Live. All
Okay,
right,
recording.
everybody. Thank you for watching this episode today. Everybody watching it currently, and everybody watching in the future. My name is Biologist Wild Trees. I'll be playing a game called Portal 2, which is a multiplayer puzzle first-person game. And I'm joined today. Really happy to be joined with Mindy, a another biologist, PhD biologist, and her son Andrew, son of a biologist. Here's a fun fact about Andrew. He doesn't know how to spell biologist. Maybe now he does. I don't know, but he did it an hour ago at least. um, that being said, Andrew's still a very wise man. So I wonder, Andrew, do you have any words of wisdom?
Yes, I do in fact have some words of wisdom. So, what's 0 divided by 0?
I think that sounds like what's the sound of a single hand clapping? That sounds like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? I think that's what you're getting at, maybe. But I would have to go with a calculator. I would have to consult a calculator, and
So,
I would guess.
according,
Let me guess.
yeah,
I would
okay.
guess that it would say invalid. That's my guess.
So,
So I
according
just
to
want to answer your
Windows,
question. I'm answering your question. My answer is invalid. What does
okay,
Windows say?
okay, so according to Windows 11 calculator, in scientific mode, it says result is undefined.
Oh,
Maybe, maybe if I switch to programmer mode, it will work.
okay.
0 divided by 0. Result is undefined. Okay, so Windows knows best.
Wow. Well, I was close. Can we say I was close? I said invalid,
Yeah,
and it says undefined. So
E for effort.
thank you. Well, that's something to think about. Okay, that being said, let me go ahead and accept this invite, and I think it'll jump us right into the game. So here we go.
Yep, and hopefully the cutscene won't skip this time.
Let me get rid of this overlay. Don't forget that. There you go. Gaming with Andrew, your partner in science.
Hey, Miss Catfish is there.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. Today, you will be testing with a partner. Please wave to your partner.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm having a hard time waving. It's giving me a button prompt, but I don't think I have that button on my controller. Hold on. Let's see.
Will let you use your keyboard.
Maybe, but I'm not sure which key that is. Because it's also not a key. It's basically like a little arrow pointing to the left. Let's see. Let me go to options.
Oh,
Uh,
so like maybe
I'm looking at the
okay, no on
controller.
Xbox it's called a D-pad.
Uh huh.
Um, maybe the left arrow on your like yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me see. Start button, space button, middle mouse click button, command. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, now it's letting me do it with. No wait. Hold on a second. I'm like hitting every single button. Hold on a second. Uh, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one.
Is the button unbound?
Is the button unbound?
Yeah,
not
like it's not set to a button.
probably. Also, I brought the chat screen up. How do you get rid of the chat screen? I'm kind of stuck in that screen.
Oh, oh no. That's OpenGX. Okay. I will see what you mean by chat screen.
Yeah, it looks like I popped up the screen somehow, and it says because it's like a little text box, and it says "say," so it looks like it's a screen.
That's what you get for pushing all the buttons.
Yeah.
Mr. Catfish says this is part of Valve, I think, Half-Life universe.
Yeah. He is correct. All right, I'm once again pushing every single button on my keyboard now. So something does something.
Maybe. Like, is there a button on your controller that has that arrow on it?
No, nope. No, and
Oh,
I pushed every button on it too, so hasn't done anything.
Is there a button on your keyboard?
No, I don't think so. I don't recognize it. It's like a little arrow going to the left.
Yeah, I have your stream pulled up.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
don't know.
press that button on your keyboard with the arrow keys.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing that. But I have the other problem now that my chat screen's up. You see that screen? Like,
Yeah.
that's preventing me.
Yeah, that's the in-game chat. So like.
I googled it. You want disable in-game voice chat?
No,
Not voice chat, right? Just regular chat.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Maybe. Oh, that finally showed up. So.
I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to restart it. Just invite me again.
Okay.
Because it's pretty stuck. Yeah, let me just do that then.
Okay. Oh, and we will need to go through the cutscene again.
Alrighty, let's see. Okay.
Mr. Catfish says you'll enjoy this game.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's a pretty big game. Although it is a little bit older. Okay, let's see. Have you invited me yet, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. While I'm here, let me just try some stuff out real fast. Controller.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it does say Portal 2 was released in 2011 according to YouTube.
Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the controller screen now. Let me
Maybe controller configuration.
Yeah, I'm there right now, but I'm trying to find how to. I'm trying to find that button it was asking me to push. Because I see.
Oh, okay. So you see that like up, down, left, right arrows?
Right here. Oh, it's the
Yeah.
left. Okay.
Yeah, on the left side of the controller.
Okay.
Like
I see it now. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. I mean, I thought I hit that button before. Like I said, I hit every button, but maybe not. Okay, let's see. Shift tab. Okay, I think. Oh, here's the invite right here. Okay, here we go again. I think.
I don't know if the Portal series is in the Half-Life universe or not. All I know is Portal 2 is Portal 2.
All right, am I joining your game, Andrew? Because it looks like different than it did last time.
I have no clue.
Why don't you just invite me again? Just be sure.
Oh.
Let's see. Portal 2.
So
Play.
okay, I think you need to join with Shift Tab.
Yep. See, because it just takes me to this screen, and it didn't do that before. But I guess it is loading? I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, all it is on the... I mean, okay, yeah, now it... Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, send you another invite.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's still doing that. That's so weird.
Oh, and also, Mother,
Yes.
do you hear me in the stream?
Well, I've had it on mute, so it doesn't play back.
Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, well, I mean, it does.
Yeah, I turned the volume up.
Okay, so... Okay, I mean, click on...
Yeah, I can hear you both.
I mean, I think... Okay, maybe if you do cooperative game and then you invite me.
Okay. Try that out.
Because, like, you just click on the mail icon.
Okay. Let's see. One second. Okay. So go to play cooperative. Standard co-op mode.
Yeah.
Searching for friends. There you are. Okay.
Okay, yep, I have received the invite.
Here we go. Now it's working.
Okay.
I was gonna say these things are really well designed, and the cutscenes really well defined. And that little eye they have in the middle, you know what it looks like? It looks exactly like this test that the optometrist gives you. The optometrist, like, to test your vision. The eye doctor, they make you look in this like little machine, and the thing you're looking at looks just like their eyes.
Oh, on the characters that you
Yeah,
guys are?
that
Yeah,
thing.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah.
I wonder how much Valve is worth. Like, what's the value of that company? Because It's a very large player in the video game.
I do know that Steam is made by Valve.
Yes, that's probably where they get most of their money. I'm guessing. Steam.
Yeah, from like money that like I assume when someone buys a game on
Hello,
the Steam
and
store,
again, welcome to the Aperture Science
I
Computer-Aided Enrichment
I
Center.
assume
Today,
that
you will be testing with a
uh
partner. Please wave to your
Steam
partner.
takes a cut.
The
It
upcoming
says
tests
here,
require you to work
May
together as a team.
2022,
To
Valve
facilitate
was valued at
collaboration, both of you have been
$7.7
equipped
billion
with a ping
on
tool.
Bloomberg.
Blue, please use your ping tool to select your favorite animal.
Okay, so I guess we got past the bit that we were having trouble with. So now you gotta like uh it was
Also, also, I'll say just for the record, I think I was doing it right, but it's like it's a little more complicated because it's not just pushing one button. Like the game tells you just to
Blue,
push one
please
button,
use your ping tool to
but
select your favorite animal.
in reality, I had to do two button moves in order to get that. That's what was happening earlier.
uh
So I don't know. But I get it now. I get it now.
okay. So then you can just find your favorite animal from this option.
Blue, please use your ping tool to select your favorite animal.
You're not looking at an animal,
Orange,
okay?
please observe your partner's favorite animal. Good.
Good choice.
Orange, please use your ping tool to select your favorite element from the periodic table.
I like gallium.
Really? Okay. Blue, please observe your partner's. Interesting choice.
Mine was titanium. I would have gone with titanium.
I like gallium. It's
Your ping tool can
interesting.
also be used to
My
indicate
favorite
to
is
your partner
tungsten, but
where
I don't
you
know
would
if
like them to
tungsten.
place their portal.
I don't know
For
if
the sake
tungsten
of
was
this
there.
test, I will pretend to be your partner. Using your ping tool, please indicate where you would like me to place your two portals. Ping each
Mr.
location.
Catfish says that Steam owns it, the game, and the creator of Half-Life and the owner of Steam have a content dispute.
Orange is first to acquire a portal device.
Okay, so yeah, and then you ping, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just walk through that portal, and then you'll grab
Blue
the
now has
portal
a
gun.
portal device. Each device can create two self-contained portals. Please test your device by portaling to that ledge.
Okay, so yeah, you walk through there. So basically, this is pretty much the same puzzles as in the first Portal game.
Mhm.
So, yeah, are you like trying to figure out which buttons to press to make each portal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be like the triggers on your.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what it should be. But no, it's not. It's not working. Let's see.
Maybe the bumpers on your controller.
No. It's the same problem I had earlier. Like I'm pushing every button and it's not doing it. Maybe
Is
there
it
is
gonna?
something wrong.
It's
Whoop.
maybe because is it a Nintendo controller?
Yeah, it's a Switch controller.
Yeah, maybe Valve isn't happy with that. Oh no.
Well, when I was earlier at the controller configuration screen, it recognized it as a Switch controller. So I feel like it should be compatible because it recognized it was.
Yeah.
Is it like gonna be? Is it also gonna be a combination of buttons for
That's
some
what I'm
reason?
wondering. Probably it's probably something, which is kind of frustrating. It's like, why are you making it a puzzle for me to figure out which button is this part of the game? Let's see.
Like,
Fish.
have you been changing?
No. No, and see, I'm looking at my controller, and there is a button called ZR. I'm looking at it. It says it right on the button, ZR. And I'm pushing it, and it's not working. But all the other buttons work. Like, I'm able to see, yeah, I'm able to move around. So,
So maybe press ZR and then some other combination.
yeah. Let's try that.
I mean, you have your portal gun, right? Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm shooting the gun, and it's, like, making that noise. Like, it doesn't want to shoot. Like, it's out of fuel or something. Weird.
Oh, like the sort of like beeping noise.
Mr. Catfish says throw a blue portal. 9H.
Like, okay, so
0H.
the portal gun doesn't use fuel or anything. Like, the button that you're pressing is the button that you use to pick up,
Oh, okay.
like the cubes and circles. I mean, cubes and spheres. Let's see, options.
Yeah, I
Press
don't.
the other button that creates the yellow portal.
I think it just might be a glitch at this point. I think there might be some kind of glitch going on. Let me see. Options. Controller. I'm going to the options. See, it says right here. Let's see. First person control. Yeah, it says blue portal. I don't know.
Mr. Catfish says yellow portal. Press the other button that creates a yellow portal.
See. Okay.
Oh, you placed one portal, so now. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So now put the the button that you pressed to put. Wait. Okay. So press the button that made the blue portal, like, yeah, and then you can walk through.
Okay. So now, what's happening now is I'm using a combination of my keyboard and my controller. I think it's a glitch. I don't know. I feel like I'm being what's that word? I'm being
Swindled.
not swindled. It's like when it's a new trendy word. Like when you try to tell somebody, well, somebody's being mean to you, but you're like you're the one actually who's being mean. They try to trick you. So what is that term? It's I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
So yeah. So you stand on that
Calibrating
button.
weight. Calibrating
And then
oranges
you
weight.
go
No
through-
variances detected.
Yeah. So you can go through the door that I opened. Yeah. That's our first moment of teamwork, right there. I think. Yeah. So then. You just walk through. Okay, so what you gotta do is, yeah, you put one portal on there, and then there'll be another portal that you need to place there on that wall.
Your ping tool is invaluable for communicating specific locations to your partner.
Yeah, and then you can walk through there. Then you can walk through.
Okay.
And so the button that when you pressed, you said it made a sound that was as if your portal gun was out of fuel. Yeah, yeah, you figured it out.
Weighted cubes calibrated.
Stripped off.
No variances detected.
There you
Did you
go.
know humans frown on weight variances? If you want to upset a human, just say their weight variance is above or below the norm.
Ow.
Oh, can someone reassemble Orange?
Okay, yeah, so you press that button with the same button to pick up the cubes. And then I need to catch it. and give that button to you. Oh, I mean, cube. And then you need to give the cube to me. Then I use it to open door for both of us. Okay, so... Okay, I need to... Okay, so you put a portal there. Yeah, so you put a portal right there on that white wall. And then if you walk over there, yeah, so then you put a portal on that wall. Okay, so I think, okay, yeah, so don't walk through the blue wall because that destroys stuff including portals.
Finally. I had almost given up hope of ever testing again.
There you go.
You are the first robots to pass calibration. Stop it. Completing this course was not a reason to behave like that.
Oh,
Now
Bobby
let's
says he's
continue
backstage.
testing.
Oh, he's backstage. All right, hold on a second. Well, we get him right in. Hold on. Gotta hit this button. Hit this button. And
Hola,
there's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
¿cómo se dice los?
What happened that your leg hurts?
I have no idea. About 2 weeks now, and it just got worse over the weekend.
Oh no.
I'm hobbling around like I've been shot.
Dude.
It moved. It went from like a tendon to like knots in my muscle, and now it's like just giant aches on both sides. It's
Wow.
I guess it's either healing or getting worse. I can't tell.
I wonder if you should go see someone. If it's been 2 weeks.
Welcome to the Computer
If it's not
Intelligence Training and
better,
Enrichment
like
Center Human
by
Test
Tuesday,
Subject
I'm
Research
gonna
Center.
go.
Yeah.
You have unlocked all available courses.
My mom's a physical therapist, so she
Oh.
got a hold of me and made it kind of worse. She started pushing me in all kinds of different directions.
Wow. That's a shame.
I've always had a little bit of, like, every once in a while my hamstrings would act up. And this is like a straight up injury.
Yeah, so this is the level select.
Okay.
So
Dinosaurs.
Let me ask you something, Andrew. Do you know the solutions to all the puzzles?
Okay, well, if you come out here to the sign here, okay, so I'm yellow and you're blue, as you can see. So since this is your first time playing, the blue bar is completely empty because you haven't completed a single one of these levels. But as you can see here, I've completed all of them. I haven't done all of the levels, as you can see for like number 4. The yellow bar isn't completely filled.
Okay.
But
So I was thinking, I mean, I think it'd be fun if we just do puzzles that we both haven't done, if that's possible.
yeah, the thing is, I don't remember the solutions. Like, I kind of know what to do for some, but
Okay.
most of them I don't really remember.
What is
Alright.
this game?
Portal 2.
Portal.
Portal 2. Yeah, it's basically like, you know that, I think, you know, Rick and Morty, you know how they have the portal gun? I'm pretty sure they got that idea from this game. This game came out before Rick and Morty did. But yeah, this whole game revolves around the portal. But the way the portal works in this game is you have the gun, and what you do is you shoot 2 different beams, like an orange one and a blue one. And they each lead into one another. So if you make you make an orange one, I guess, then you make a blue one, then you can hop through each one. Yeah.
And I think if the child can't remember how to spell biology after seeing it a gazillion times, I think, yeah, he probably doesn't remember the puzzles here.
So I'll just let you pick which puzzle then, Andrew, since I haven't done any yet. But I don't know.
So, naturally, you just want to go from the first level to, and they'll just go through the whole course,
Okay.
like all 6 of the levels.
Oh, we've got comments.
Well, Andrew wants to do stuff that you don't know or don't know well, so that it's more fun for the two of you to like try to work together and figure them out, rather than you knowing exactly what to do.
Well, I don't think I remember what to do for these first 6.
Okay. So yeah, we just play, but I don't know how. So what do we do to start the first level?
Well, what we do to start the first level is go into tubes that will
All right.
disassemble us.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Valve.
Mr.
Oh, go ahead, Bobby.
No, I was gonna say we got Mr. Catfish blowing us up.
Hello again.
Yeah.
This testing
Yeah.
course was originally created for humans. It emphasizes teamwork. Unlike us,
He says he's
humans
beat
need to
this
be
game
taught
before.
teamwork.
He's
And
what?
that he's beat this game before,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
that this is the best one.
Oh sweet.
Oh, I'm just giving a warning to. I'm just giving a warning. If you do watch my video, if you get dizzy easily, you're not gonna like what I'm doing right now.
All right, 1 second. I'm trying to pull up my chat so I could read the chat too on my phone. I'll say what's
Boston
up.
Laboratories.
I'll say what's up, Mr. Catfish. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Let me see. Pulling up the chat right now.
Doesn't it remind you of Boston Laboratories?
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, what I was
Those are
gonna say.
creepiest things.
What I was gonna say about Valve, the company that makes this game, Bobby, they also, I think that they were valued at $7 billion. Is that right, Mindy?
Yep, 7.7.
Yes.
In May of 2022.
Yeah. So very recently. Yeah. So I like the company because they have a really good reputation. They make a lot of their money because of the storefronts. Like, probably the biggest video game storefront for digital games is run by Valve, so they get a cut of every game. But they produce their own games. They haven't done a lot of games, and that's what I like about it. Like they have really like intellectual property, like their mascots and their properties. You know, they have very few of them. They're kind of like Disney. You know, think about Disney and like Mickey Mouse. Well, they have Portal, they have Half-Life, but it's really interesting to me. They have so little IP, but the IP is so high quality. And a benefit of having such little IP is I think it makes it more valuable. Like, you know, like Disney right now, Disney has Marvel. They're making so many video games and movies. It kind of dilutes the brand, and some of it's bad, and people get tired of it. But Portal, as far as their characters and games, they have so few. I think people are actually always thirsty for more. Like they've made Portal 1 and they've made Half-Life 1. It's a really great first-person shooter, which I'm going to play on this channel eventually. They made Half-Life 2. They made a couple of episodes after that. Then they made a virtual reality version of that game. But the whole world is like dying to play Half-Life 3. It's like one of the biggest insider video game jokes. And they probably will make Half-Life 3 sometime in my lifetime. And it might be the biggest video game ever because they've been building up the anticipation for so long. But yeah, I think it's an interesting company for sure.
Reminds me of James R.R. Martin.
Yeah,
the
it
last
does.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
last Game
exactly.
of Thrones book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So I think you go in there, in the door. You go through the door that was opened. Okay. So. Okay. So wait. Okay. So I think. Okay. So you put a portal there. I think.
Is this
Over here.
online or is it just like on a console? I mean, obviously you're online, but is there other players from around the world?
I mean, there is online co-op.
Kept
Yeah,
seeing like 50 people fall through that hole. I was wondering who they were.
Oh, that would just be me.
Oh,
yeah, there's only 2 people at a time, I think, who play the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then you put a portal here too. Yeah, and then we can. Yeah. And then. And then.
the Masonic symbols. I like it.
Blue receives
Illuminati.
5 science collaboration
And
points.
then I think you put your blue portal there on that wall. Yeah. So then yeah.
Excellent. Yes, I see you, and no, I don't care.
I wonder if this is the same kind of portals Bigfoot use.
Mindy, I was gonna mention like okay, like this game looks a lot like this other version that I was talking about. So this is part two, but there's a part one of this game called Portal One, and
Uh-huh.
they recently released an update. I'm also saying this for Bobby, whoever's just listening. But they recently released an update for that game where it's like the graphics are insanely realistic because of the way the light bounces off everything. But
Uh,
as an example, if look at this wall right here. Okay, this is glass, right? So right now it doesn't really look that impressive in this game, I guess. You know, like
yeah.
you see these lights here. You know, it looks pretty, but I wouldn't say anything's impressive. Now this exact level layout is in that other game, and what's happening in that game is this glass right here looks incredibly like realistic, and you see these little slots right here. In the RTX version, these are see-through, and then they have a bevel to them, and so you see all the lights getting distorted in these bevels, and so you could see past it, but it's all distorted. And when you move around, it reacts realistically. And then these blue lights would be reflecting on the glass, and I don't know, it's really crazy. That's basically
That's
why,
awesome.
yeah. I will play
Yeah.
that game as well on I will play that game on my stream as well.
I do want Portal 2 to also have RTX. Because I don't really want to install Portal 1 with RTX. It's like 23 gigabytes, I think.
You
Oh,
know,
really?
in some
I don't have
human
that
sports,
much
the winner
on
is the
this,
one who scores the fewest possible
C.
points. I just thought you might find that interesting. Most winners do. Orange receives 5 science collaboration
Can you put it
points.
on D?
Yeah, but I don't know how well Steam will react with that, and basically, a whole bunch of stuff I don't want to do. And as I'm sure you can see, wild trees don't touch that liquid.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you still figured it out. So
He touched it. What is it, mercury?
okay, and then oh wait, no. Okay, so you gotta press the button again. There we go. So I put my yellow portal down, and so there we go. So then you can go through my yellow portal. Hello. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What is going on here? We have 4 buttons. Okay, so these are timed buttons. So okay, so you need to okay, yeah, so you need to go through my red portal and then I can move it up. Okay, so yes. And then okay, so what you need to do is you need to put a okay, so I think you need to put a portal down here for me, and then a portal down here for me. Okay, so basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna do a countdown, like 3, 2, 1, go, and then we press the button, then we run through the portal and press the other button.
Okay.
If we time it right, yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Okay. Then
Very good. You've really come together as a team, thanks to the one of you
I'm just
who
gonna
appears to
test
be doing
something.
all of the
So
work.
if okay, so if you just walk Okay, so like walk in between the door that opened. Yes. So okay, so wait. Okay. So like stand in between the door that is open. Yeah, that one. So stand in between it.
Like this?
Yeah, and then okay. Uh. Okay. Test complete.
Did you did
Yes.
you did you accept your null hypotheses?
Yes. So my hypothesis is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
My hypothesis was you'd be crushed.
Oh,
You went.
I had a feeling that might happen.
I think it's because you walked too far towards the deconstruction thingies. So basically, it just wouldn't let um the door close. But yeah,
These tests are potentially lethal when communication, teamwork, and mutual
What is
respect
that
are
thing?
not employed at all times.
medicine ball?
Naturally, this
lethal.
will pose an interesting challenge for one of you, given the other's performance so far.
What's it for?
Are you talking about my razor?
That ball thingy.
Oh well, we're past that point now.
Yeah, but what was it for? What did it do?
Open the door.
Oh.
Then this razor cube is for hurting people.
I missed that totally. I was like, what is that giant metal medicine ball?
Okay, so this is just a basic explanation of razors. Put a portal here.
Lasers.
And a portal here.
Rick said, "You're all a bunch of losers. I can prove it mathematically."
You know, I had an idea the other day that what we need is a strong enough laser that you can cut down tree limbs that are too high to reach.
I know this one guy on YouTube. He used lasers. Not exactly the same, but he used lasers to cut grass. And so
Wow.
yeah. So he was cutting grass. It worked out pretty well. I mean, it obviously had a lot of disadvantages. They were lasers you could buy on Amazon too. They weren't that expensive or that out of reach.
Okay,
There's one
so I have
kind that you can buy on Amazon that'll burn your retinas.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a hypothesis. So you see those couple of tablets? They are looking at me. So I'm gonna test to see what. Okay, so I'm gonna test to see what happens if I walk towards them.
John P. Adventure
Nothing
is
good.
here, and Sarah from My Flock is Everywhere.
Oh, sweet. What's
Got a
up,
crowd.
John? What's up, Sarah? From Portugal and from California, respectively.
So
Port of Gal.
okay, so you want to ban the way tablets
Let's see.
because
Those enemies?
yeah. Do you not see them kill me?
Yeah.
Although this
I didn't know there were other people.
You monster.
Wow.
They're one of us.
Well, there
I'm kidding.
are other characters, but I
Destroying
think they're
them is
just
part
like
of the test.
you know,
They are no
robots.
more important to you.
Yeah, they're
Then you
automatic
are too.
tablets.
automatic turrets. Yeah.
There we go. And lasers go through glass, as I'm sure you know. Okay. So
Like I always say at work, around the survivors, a perimeter create. Around the survivors, a perimeter create.
ow.
Speaking of cutting down trees, I think I'm gonna get me a electric DeWalt chainsaw.
Oh my
'Cause
goodness.
I'm gonna clear just a little bit of brush at my parents' house
Hell yeah.
over the spring and summer. I'm gonna start deer hunting again. Get back into it.
So
Do you ever
Chainsaws make me nervous.
they have these chainsaw resistant pants you could wear or chaps.
oh
I
yeah,
saw-
This isn't like a steel, like it's not gas powered. It's like basically like a big weed eater.
Mm.
You
Oh,
can't
oh.
cut big trees down, but it does some damage.
Okay, so I think you put a portal there, and then a portal there.
Hey, Bobby, you know those bad storms you had yesterday, and then we
Oh
got
yeah,
them during the day.
Move
What
it a
went
little
on
bit
this
over
morning?
there.
And
they were screaming.
we had a tornado warning, and I went out this morning, and like a huge top part of a tree came down and landed right on the fire pit where my father-in-law burns trees.
Oh
It
my
landed
gosh.
right on it. Yeah, it's like 20 feet long.
It would compromise the test to divulge individual scores.
Obviously got a
However,
Squatch in
I
your
can tell
backyard.
you that
I
at
know,
least
like, but I
one
thought how
of you
perfect
is
that was.
doing
I mean,
very,
it
very
literally
well.
is right
Please
over the
continue
center of
into the
it,
next test
that he can
chamber.
It's
just sit
intense.
there, yeah, and burn it. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it.
Good thing nobody was out there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so I'm watching the stream right now, and something I noticed is it's a lot more. It's really delayed.
Right, yeah.
I don't know what you think
Probably
you are
like
doing,
30
but I don't
seconds,
like
maybe.
it. I want you to stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
The
noticing
two of
like
you have forged an excellent partnership.
like
With one of you
they
handling the
haven't even
cerebral
seen us complete the
challenges,
level that we
and the
just
other
did.
ready to ponderously waddle into action should the test suddenly become an eating contest.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be really lethal. So, okay, so I'm just gonna trust you to not kill me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so then stand on that button. And wait, okay, so I put there and
Blue just taught
Whoops.
Orange a valuable lesson in trust.
Sorry.
For that, Blue
It's
receives
okay.
14 science collaboration points.
okay, let's not do that. So we need to okay. Okay, so now stand on the up button. Okay, and then stand on the down button. Okay, so then step off of the button. Okay, and then down button. And then get off of the button. And then I think, yeah, up. Okay, and then you get off of that button. Okay, so okay, you gotta take this cube for me. Okay, that worked. Now I figure out how to get back up to you. Okay, we've retrieved the cube. So now this death machine is no longer needed. Are you trying to ban me?
I think I'm succeeding in burning you.
Luckily, the game won't let you explode me. Okay, so then we gotta aim this towards the magic, um, fiber internet
I am only
receiver.
tracking your accomplishments using science collaboration points. The truth
I
is,
saw
every aspect of your
Iowalk's
performance will be
post,
reflected in your final
today,
score. For instance, Orange, you
or
just lost
yesterday,
2
Bobby.
opportunity advisement points.
Oh, on his YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I forget he has one of those.
It pops up on my phone when it does
Yeah, he posts a lot of
that. Yeah.
songs, music stuff.
To reiterate,
I wonder if
this
I'm
is
on
not a
I'm on my
competition.
podcast channel
Still,
more than
if
I
it
used to be
were,
now.
Blue would be
I bet I'm
winning.
not a
It's
subscriber
not,
on that
though.
one.
Orange receives 5 science collaboration
Oh,
points.
and wild trees. I don't know what button it is for you, but on computer, if you hold down tab, it shows me what you see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this. Okay, this I remember well. Okay, so basically you gotta trust that I won't. Okay, so you see that thing with spikes on it?
Yeah.
Basically, I can make that come down on you. So you just need to trust me.
Okay.
This is a
Okay,
toxic work environment.
so you just need to stay in there. Oh, okay.
I think I literally fell in some toxins.
Yeah, that's acid.
Let's see.
Okay, so then you. Okay, well you can just jump. Okay, so then you need to. Yeah, so. Okay, so. Okay, wait. Go through the yellow portal.
Ah.
I'm literally 45 seconds behind you.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so you're gonna need to go through. Okay, you almost died there. Okay, so now just wait. Okay, so now just wait, and then you wait. Okay, and then. Okay, so turn around. Okay, turn around. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So
Every now and then I fall apart.
okay, so what you gotta do is you gotta put a portal there.
Remember the Dan band from old school?
And then
The wedding band from
portal
old
there.
school? Every now and then I fall apart. If I need you more tonight.
Okay.
Who is that? That sounds like Meatloaf. Who is that?
Yeah,
It was
Meatloaf.
called the Dan band.
Teamwork
from
is
old
a
school.
concept in which
They just
two or
Oh.
more people work
interjected the
together,
F word and regular
usually with
random
the goal
songs.
of
Oh,
not
yeah, yeah,
failing
yeah, now-
horribly.
He said, I ever need you more than ever.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
that's-
then every now and then I fall apart.
Yeah, that was
They
hilarious.
have a CD that came out. A little bit better than with the album where Weezer did Africa.
Yeah, that reminds me, talking about comedy movies. One movie thing that's so old and it's never gonna get old to me. Like, it's
Sometimes
already
testing
old.
has to occur outside the confines of the lab. This next test is so outside the box, won't even tell you what you were looking for. You will
Which
know
movie?
it when you find it.
I was waiting for the narration to stop. It's kind of loud on my end. Okay.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
Yeah. So there's this it's old. No, it's Borat, basically Borat. So Borat is already old,
50 science collaboration
but
points.
it'll forever be funny to me. And I'm gonna be like, whenever I get married, if I get married, I'm always gonna be like my wife, and I will always say that. I don't care if it's 20 years in the future, 50 years. To me, that'll always be funny. And I'll always, whenever I talk about my wife, I will always say my wife.
Okay, so we
Back
both
left.
go through the red portal. This is a very fun level. Yeah, so go through that portal. And then we just walk through the blue wall. Okay, so basically here we're gonna have to press this lever at the same time. There's one lever on each side. Okay, and then you're gonna have to, as soon as we both press the lever, you have to run through. Okay?
All right. I just want to say, I want to look at this real fast. I just want to say, this looks like a. This reminds me of a Nintendo Wii. Not exactly, but it kind of
Yeah.
looks like a Wii. And I love the Wii. That was one of my most favorite consoles. I had a really. So when they came out, there was so much buzz for the Wii. Like, it's hard to say now. Like, people were so excited for. I don't know if people remember, but it was so hard to get a Wii. You think it's hard getting a PlayStation 5? It was so hard to get a Wii when it first came out in 2007 or 6. But I was in college. I had just gone to a larger university, and I remember my dad had a friend who owned an electronics store, and it was so hard to get a Wii. And I found one in that guy's electronics store online, and I asked my dad for it for Christmas. But the thing was, no, for my birthday. But the thing was, that it was only in a bundle with 5 games, and all the games were $50. So, and the thing was like 200. So it was like super expensive, but it came with all these games. But I remember I asked my dad for it, and he sure enough he got me one, and I was so excited because it was so hard to get one, and it came with 5 games, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I still have that Wii. That the Wii was really fun.
That's another 50-point penalty.
Wii
Keep
Sports
it
was
up
really
and you
fun.
will lose
Oh yeah, dude.
500
Wii Sports is
points.
probably one of the most influential, fun video games ever made. It'll probably never go out of style. Everybody was playing that video game. Old people, no offense to old people, but senior citizens were playing it. They loved it. It's crazy how much mass appeal that game had.
I can't remember what other games I had on the Wii. I had other ones, but I think I played that one the most.
Okay, so we do a countdown 3, 2, 1, and on go we flip the lever, and then you need to run through here as fast as you can immediately. Okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
I like how I'm so far behind. It's like a
I
spoiler.
know.
Okay,
Is
I
it
just
gonna
want to
work? We don't
say,
know, man.
normally that door is supposed to close before you get through and crush you, but okay. So you need to flip that. Okay, so first you put a portal on the wall. Like anywhere that's like I think behind you. Yeah. So then walk back up to the door. And then you'll be able to flip that lever to open it and then put a portal down.
Why is there such a delay? Because when you watch some people playing games, there's not a
Oh,
delay.
wait, it's just. Okay, just.
I think there's a delay for everybody because I watch another a really big YouTuber. Shout out to Beyond the Trailer, Grace Randolph. I love you, Grace Randolph. Just kidding. Grace Randolph is really great though. But yeah, even when she has a stream with like 1,000 different people, she's got a delay too. I think it's a common thing.
Oh.
It's not
Oh.
long. It's like 30 seconds or something. But yeah.
I think it's just a thing with all YouTube streams.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think if you were watching this stream like from a on YouTube itself, it wouldn't be a delay.
Oh, gotcha.
Congratulations.
But since we're live,
You
like on
managed
another
to
app,
complete this
Oh, wait.
absolutely meaningless
we're just
task.
talking to each other on stream.
I almost forgot. When you go
Wait,
outside
yeah,
the
this
testing
way.
courses,
Here.
the
'Cause
only
there's a
way I
str-
can
there's a
treat
delay
you is to
whenever I do
violently
my
disassemble you,
podcast
then
from the live to
carefully
that, too.
reassemble you.
Oh.
Luckily, you don't feel pain. At any rate,
That's why I always
you
run that
don't
little
have a way
video
of
beforehand,
communicating that you
so I
feel pain.
make sure I make sure I'm
Consider
live
that a
before I
fair
start
lead, by the way.
yabbering.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that level was complete.
Did we finish
Oh,
that
and-
level? I feel like I just blew up.
Yeah, that is the proper end to the level.
Oh.
So,
For completing the testing courses. If you enjoyed your experience, you may now re-enter the testing course of your choice.
okay, so you want to do like the second set of
Yeah, sure.
Okay. For this, I at least know how to actually wait. Okay, for this, for in here, I at least know how to actually get to the test. Okay, so yeah.
Jeez.
Bobby, what's the last console you ever owned?
Xbox 360.
Oh, that's a good one to go off on. Yeah, that would have put you at the right age when you were. Yeah, you were probably what, in your 20s, or how old were you?
That was 2013 or so.
Okay.
I was probably 30 something.
This course was
I'm probably about
originally
30.
designed to build confidence in humans.
What did you
To do
play?
that, the tests were nothing more than 5 minutes of them
Played a lot of
walking,
Call of Duty. Every Call of Duty
followed
that
by
came
me
out, I bought.
praising them for another 10 minutes on how
And
well they
every
rolled.
college football.
Since you are thankfully not humans, I have changed the tests to make them far
I played
more
a lot of Tiger
challenging
Woods too.
and far less pointlessly fawning.
You know, Tiger Woods came out for the Wii, and it had the controls, the actual golfing controls. It's pretty cool.
That was one of the Wii games I had.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, I remember that one. I don't think I had that many. I can't remember how many I sold. I sold the
Dude.
game to somebody.
I actually love golf games, dude. They're so relaxing to me.
Okay, so what you do
Yeah.
is you put a portal there. Oh no, you're not supposed to come back down. Okay, yeah. So go through that portal, and then I'll. Okay, then go through the yellow portal.
Ah.
Okay.
We used to play Tiger Woods about every other night in college for hours.
And then put. Wait. Okay, so put a portal there. And a portal there without coming down here. Yep. Okay, so basically this level just explains how mass and velocity works in the game. Like basically, if you just jump, like if you just walk down into a portal, you're not gonna like go through the other portal that fast. But like if you fall from like that height into a portal, you're gonna go fast.
Got it.
At least for a split second or two. But then really far drops equals very far distance.
Have you ever been golfing in real life, Bobby?
Mm-hmm. Many times.
See, that golfing game. Whenever I played golfing games, the good ones, it made me appreciate why golfing is probably fun. And but I feel like there's a high barrier to entry because I'm like, I'd have to actually learn how to use. I have to maybe rent or buy a set of clubs, and then I have to go to a course. I mean, it'd be worth it, but I'm like, man, that's a lot of work. But I could see the appeal. It makes me understand Donald Trump a lot now. Actually, MAGA. I'll just say it right now, MAGA. But no, I'm just kidding. But I do understand golf, and I do understand Trump a little better now. Through
Yeah,
golfing.
golf is fun. It's a real kicky. Like I can see how people get like little kicks to where you go all the time and then you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't remember what you need to do for your part, but you need to figure out a way to get up there.
Wait. Oh, up there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me use my thinking cap. Let me see. So there's.
Okay, I know you need to get up
Yeah.
onto that platform that's on a piston. To your left, yeah,
Oh,
that.
this one.
I know you need to use that.
Okay.
Speaking of golf, Andrew, there is an email today if you want to take the golf lessons in the spring, like you did before the pandemic.
Not really.
Do they have like a non-alcoholic beer for him to drink? And I don't understand how it would work if you're underage. Like, what do you drink?
Oh, okay, I remember. So what you gotta do is you gotta jump back down. Okay,
I like golf so much I bought a golf cart.
you just went back up.
Did you really?
You
Yeah,
need-
I've got
there you
one
go.
in the garage.
So just go back down.
I love it. It's my baby.
Yeah, so
It's
you,
cold, it's
yeah,
cold.
you can just walk back down. And then there should be some white panel that I'm looking at. Yeah, there's a white panel. You want to put a portal on there. No, the other white panel.
This one?
Yeah, that. Yeah, and then get back onto the platform.
Through here?
Yeah. And then you want to put your other portal there too, on top of my red portal.
Oh, on top of your red.
Yeah, and then go through your purple portal.
Okay, that'll take me out here, and then I'll jump that way. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So you just, yeah. Okay, and then just stand on the button. Now we have a sphere, so now you can come back down. Yeah, so you can come down because I have the sphere. Okay, so what I need you to do is stand in between the
You did an
door.
excellent job placing the edgeless safety cube in the
Wait, stop.
receptacle. You should be very...
Okay, yeah,
Oh
it
wait,
worked this time.
that's right. You're not humans. I can drop the fake praise. You have no idea how tiring it is to praise someone for placing an edgeless safety cube into a receptacle designed to exactly fit an edgeless safety cube.
I do like miniature golf a lot. I think what is it called? I think Myrtle Beach is like the mini golf capital of the world. They have the most mini golf uh, places anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Andrew just went to Putt Putt for the first time. We went a few weeks ago.
Mm.
Unexecuted.
It was
shot,
really
drowned,
cool.
crushed,
It was all like
burned in
psychedelic
goo. Oh,
colors and
I was just
Yeah, I think
thinking
you
of
said
all the ways
pictures in the
humans
group
can
chat.
die.
yes,
You
that's
can't die
right.
in any
Yes,
of
it was
those
so
ways.
cool.
You just keep testing and testing with perfect results and no consequences.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say a warning. Um, uh, there'll be fast moving stuff, uh, on your screen. So just saying. So basically, what you gotta do is you gotta go through that. You need to enter that loop. So you go into the yellow portal, and so then there you go. Yeah. Okay. So now what you gotta do is you gotta put a portal there and a portal there for me.
So here. Oh,
Yep. And then a purple portal there.
oh.
No. Okay. So put a purple portal on the bottom right panel. Yep.
Okay.
And then so you see that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put a portal there yet. But after I'm at full speed, so wait. Okay, replace these two portals because they're not straight.
Try that.
Yeah, okay. This should open. Yep. Okay, so where my red portal. Okay, so press the red button and then put blue portal where my red portal used to be.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. So press that red button. And okay, now put a blue portal on there. There we go.
there we go.
Now, see what would happen if you didn't press the button before then? I would have gone Mark 10 into that wall.
Oh yes.
And if you've gone Mark 10 into
Well
a
done.
steel wall, it doesn't,
Interesting note.
then you would
I
know it
only
doesn't hit.
created this test
I
to
mean, it
watch
hits.
test subjects fail, and you didn't. You must be
So
very, very
interestingly, Myrtle
I'm building
Beach
the
is
world's smallest trophy
indeed
for you.
the self-proclaimed miniature golf capital of the world. They have 50 miniature golf courses, but also it's called the Seaside Golf Capital of the world because it harbors over 100 golf courses.
Wow.
The best way to build confidence is to first
Yeah.
recognize your insecurities. Orange, can you write down all the ways you feel unworthy, ashamed, or inferior?
I remember when
On
Putt Putt
second
came
thought,
out
we don't have the time.
where I
Just
grew
look
up
at
in the
how much better you
80s,
are than
and
you.
we were there all
You
the
are
time. It
very
was
good at being
indoor.
an example.
It was pretty basic, but it was so much fun.
Hmm.
You know what I wish there was more of is shuffleboard.
Interesting.
I
I don't think
love
I've played it before, but it's you got some pucks, right? Like pucks on the ground with salts or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a long, like cement. Usually they're in Florida, outside. Like old people play it.
Yeah.
Hey, wait,
Oh.
come here. I'm gonna show you something funny.
Shuffleboard. It's like curling.
Yeah. I just discovered this very week that there's a curling club in Charlotte here.
Okay, so this level is not one of my favorites, definitely. Another one where we're gonna have to do this again. Yep.
We were in Charlotte trying to get my daughter named Charlotte a Charlotte shirt. Everything was closed.
Oh,
Oh, I can make her a shirt.
okay. So go
We
back
got
in.
her a. What did it say? I don't even remember. Charlotte Knights, I think.
Oh, huh.
Okay, so press that button. Oh, okay. Press the button again.
Wow. That's like a eternal, like putting a mirror on a mirror.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, so then you. Oh, okay. Okay, so now basically your fate is in my hands. So basically, you gotta grab the ball and come towards me.
First,
Which
give
of
me the lamp.
course. Oh, oh, the the ball
It's like-
lived.
How
Yeah.
to save in
It's like
science
pinball.
without the possibility of death.
Okay. Okay, but just grab this orb, this magical orb, because I have to stand here. Yeah. Okay. So.
No pressure.
Okay. Okay, so don't take it through that. Okay, so you see that wall? Don't take it through this blue wall because this blue wall will destroy your portals and any objects, excluding you. So what you gotta do is you just gotta walk up to me and give me it. Okay, and then you can walk through, and then yeah.
Yeah, I love miniature golfing, but every time I go with someone, like I really when I start off, I earnestly want to keep score. I'm like, no, we're gonna keep score. It's gonna be awesome. But somewhere through, I don't know what hole, but at some hole, I'm like, let's not keep score. Let's just keep playing.
It's the first one that gets frustrating usually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No one would ever
Yeah.
die during this test. Thanks for proving them wrong.
I'm gonna keep my magical orb. Magic blue wall blew up my magical blue orb.
I wish there was some way that you could play like golf, not miniature golf, but real golf, but make it like a
Remember when I told you that you were the only subject
like a
to
bumper
pass the
bowling
calibration
kind of thing.
test? I lied. There are 5,000
Like, make it easy.
two-subject teams in direct
Just,
competition with you. But don't worry.
Play with all
You
the
are in the
with
lead.
woods instead of a driver.
What's that? What would that? What,
Smaller clubs, or play with like a wedge.
okay.
That way you don't go very far.
Okay.
That was my strategy. I was better with the smaller, shorter distances, but I'd still even out.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
So I'm just gonna explain this level to you. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in this infinite loop. Yes, another infinite loop. Then once you're at terminal velocity, okay, so get ready to press 2 buttons. Okay, you gotta press the button. Oh. Okay. That did not work well.
Is this supposed to be on a planet or like a spaceship?
It's on a planet. It's on Earth.
We should play the back rooms.
Is that a game or is that just like a creepypasta? I don't understand.
I
Both.
don't know. I'm obsessed with it. Like I love watching backroom stuff.
Like, there's this YouTuber who's making a game called Escape the Backrooms. It's on Steam. It costs like $10, I think. I don't remember. Okay, press the button. Okay. Okay, other button. Press it behind you. Oh. Okay, press that button. Yep. And then that button. Yeah. Okay, we did it. I think.
Begin
Many
juggling
magical
test
orbs.
in 3, 2, 1.
We have many magical orbs. By the way, we're done with that. We have multiple magical orbs.
This game is crazy. If I would just be walking into a room, walking around not knowing what to do.
Like what is this? Like some kind of anti-gravity chamber?
magical orb. I made a funny magical orb.
It's almost like I think that how we could achieve light speed is something like that concept of that little tube just then.
Mhm. You know, the thing you said about mirrors earlier really fascinated me. I'm really interested by mirrors. There's a lot of woo-woo stuff, but there's a lot of real physics stuff too involved with mirrors. Just like you said, the infinite mirror thing is really interesting. Putting two mirrors up to each other.
Mhm.
That's just an interesting physics light experiment too. There's a lot of lore around mirrors. You know, it's very interesting to me.
I like doing it with cameras.
But like pointing two cameras at each other.
If you
Well, how do
point
you
a camera back at the screen that it's on, it'll do the
Oh
same
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna mention the I think it was on Fox News, but somebody was reporting that the ATIP report. So ATIP was the advanced. This is a Pentagon. It was a previously secret Pentagon program
Did you notice
designed.
I didn't even stay to the end of your last test? I was
What?
confident you could finish. Do you know where I was?
That was the one from
I was outside watching some deer frolic.
Right, Pat. Wasn't it A-Tip?
You don't even care about the outside, do you?
From what?
Wright Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio.
Was it? Oh, I don't know where it was out of. But maybe, yeah. I think Lou Elizondo was in charge of it. But anyway, sorry if I stop speaking for a second. It's like I said, it's because the gameplay's narrating. It's kind of loud on my end. But yeah, that report apparently they so it was a United States Pentagon program designed to study UFOs. Actually, when it first started, it was more broad. It was looking at all kinds of paranormal stuff, and it actually had to do with Skinwalker Ranch. So it was looking at poltergeists, all kinds of things. But then apparently that program released a report that said that abductions were real, that the evidence was strong, that people were being abducted, that people were being impregnated through the abductions. It was pretty crazy. I didn't know that was that had been released.
Wasn't Blue Book the precursor to A-Tip?
Yeah, but Blue Book was like
Yeah.
several decades ago. But and I
Yeah.
would I don't know if it's a precursor. It was just a separate. It was another UFO program. And then before Blue Book, there was this other program called Project Sign. So it was like Project Sign evolved into Project Blue Book, and then Blue Book was basically, from what I understand, Blue Book was ended with the Condon Report. So the Condon Report was published, and by this guy named Edward Condon out of the University of Colorado, or it was from a university in Colorado. So the government basically said, okay, we got this Project Blue Book looking at UFOs, and they said we want to end the program. We don't like it anymore. And I think I'm just suspecting, but I think it's because they were getting results that just showed that UFOs were real, and they didn't like that conclusion. So Edward Condon, he told the researchers, he was like, look, we got funding for this project. We're about to start it. On paper, the purpose of this project is to look at certain cases. Separate scientists are going to look at certain cases, and we're going to determine. We're all going to collectively determine. We're all going to look at different cases as scientists. We're going to collectively determine if we should continue to study UFOs.
Yes.
That is the purpose on
Something
paper.
you need.
But then he said, but really, the purpose is we're gonna conclude that we should not study UFOs anymore. So he said that openly, which is like, obviously that's not how you do science. You don't come up with a conclusion. But the report is out there. I downloaded it. It's a pretty big report. It's very technical. But what's interesting is that I think Edward Condon wrote the last chapter, the discussion, the result, and he was like, yeah, based on all this, we shouldn't study UFOs. But if you look at all the individual cases, a few of them are like, yeah, this is unexplained. The case that we were assigned to study is unexplained. So he kind of ignored his own results, from what I understand. I haven't read the report. I would love to one day make a video on it. But anyway, that's basically how Project Blue Book was ended. Project Blue Book was murdered on purpose by the government, and the bullet that killed it was the Condon report, which is available. Anybody can read it.
Wasn't Blue Book's purpose to explain away all that stuff, and they couldn't do it?
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
It
because
didn't work. It didn't work.
the main architect, which is Dr. Alan Hynek, he started off being like, yeah, of course, it's not real. But then he was convinced himself that it was real, that UFOs were real. So that created problems for the people running the program.
Project Blue Book ran from 1952 to 1969. Yeah, and you're right, Bobby. It is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
That was for
My
Project. Is that for Project ATIP? The Patterson
No,
Airport?
Project Blue Book.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right Pat's where they said they took the UFOs from Roswell,
Where is it? Where is that base at?
Ohio.
Dayton.
Ohio. Okay.
I think Dayton.
Wasn't there I think there was a. Was there a plane or something? A plane or maybe it was a vehicle that was covering. It was taking some Roswell evidence and it crashed mysteriously or something like that. Maybe it wasn't Roswell, but I don't know.
Okay, so what you gotta do is you gotta come over here, and then you need to put a portal here,
I love that little spring.
portal there.
Just disappears.
You mean the jump pad?
Yeah.
Okay, so just right there. And
That guy that I had on my show that I know from here named Rich Hoffman, he worked with J. Allen Heinrich on some cases.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wait, did you do an episode with him recently?
Yeah,
okay, so
I did one in like 2019.
Oh,
and go on to that jump pad. I don't know what they call it, so I just call them jump pads. Okay, so now we
He's
need
been
to
on
figure
Ancient
out-
Aliens.
Wow.
The what was her name?
Oh. Okay, so what you gotta do is you gotta come back to me. What you gotta do is you gotta put a portal on the thing that the jump pad thing goes into.
down
Like,
here?
you gotta go down there,
Oh, okay.
and then put a portal there. Wait. Wait. My brain hurt. Okay, yeah, so wait. Okay, wait, so
ATIP was from 2007 to 2012.
Can you look up ATIP and abduction? Just look up ATIP and abduction and see what happens.
Okay.
See if that information is out there. Because like I said, from what I heard, it was basically I saw it on Jack Connor's channel. Jack Connor's got a Cosmic Road, great channel by the way. But yeah, he's the one that played the clip from I think it was Fox News. Well, I looked at the host and I'm pretty sure that's a Fox News host. So yeah, Fox News covers a lot of UFO stuff.
and on the other side of that too. No, wait. Yeah. Okay, so then.
And what would you like to know about abductions and ATIP? That report?
Yeah, did ATIP produce a report that talked about abductions being real?
Yeah, and it is available through the Freedom of Information Act. It's a database of documents, includes more than 1,500 pages of UFO-related material from ATIP.
Cool. Yeah, I got to read that. Maybe I'll do an episode on it. But yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy to me that a government agency would say that. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, so go into the jump pad. Yep, and then I
mean, when I did my episode on abductions, I talked about how, I mean, abductions are so common. I would say we live in a cosmos of abductions. Like, I talked about how humans abduct humans all the time. We're also always abducting ourselves. I talked about how humans abduct animals all the time. I talked about how some animals abduct other animals, and then I even talked about how animals abduct humans. I know of at least one case where a monkey in India stole a human baby from a crib, and unfortunately, I think the baby
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
So it's like the idea of abductions is very real. I mean, like I said, I think we live in a cosmos of abductions. It's just a thing that happens.
Yeah.
The question is, are humans being abducted by something that's not a human and it's not an animal? And that report seemed to indicate yes, yes, we are being abducted by things.
Yeah.
Okay, so hand that cube to me, I think.
It says there's reports on biological effects of UFO sightings on humans, studies on advanced technologies such as invisibility cloaks, and plans for deep space exploration and colonization.
Hmm, okay, but nothing about abductions.
Um,
Okay, so then stand on the jump pad.
All right.
I'll see you through. Then put portals on those two white panels that you're next to. Okay, and then just wait right there. Right. And then just go through that red portal that I made.
Do you know who dances around like an imbecile when they accomplish the tiniest little thing? Humans. That's what you look like right now. You're better than that.
Andrew, did you ever see Pacific Rim, the movie?
No, I haven't
oh,
heard of
I
it.
have.
I'm pretty sure Pacific Rim has the robots of Pacific Rim, which are giant robot suits. They you,
Yeah.
they have a voice, and I'm pretty sure it's
If your
GLaDOS
confidence
voice.
is still not high enough,
Oh,
remember, no one was created
I like that
perfect.
movie.
Even I was created with
So
Yeah,
here it
imperfection.
says
I was
apparent
given too much empathy with
abductions,
human
burns,
suffering, but I
paralysis, brain
overcame my
damage, and
handicap.
sexual
That's
encounters
a
are
true
among the
story.
list of physiological effects experienced by people who have come in contact with UFOs, according to this ATIP.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, Fox News was not spreading disinformation. In fact, yeah, that's crazy.
Here it says 129 reported cases of apparent abductions, 77 cases of electromagnetic effects on vehicles, 75 instances of perceived time loss, 41 reported cases of burns, 23 cases of electrical shocks, 18 reports of force field impacts, and 5 reported sexual encounters.
Interesting. So what I want to know is like, okay, are these vetted cases? So ATIP is reporting these cases, but is ATIP saying that they looked at all of them and they vetted them and they said the evidence is strong that these are real, basically?
Well, the numbers I just read off was a list compiled by MUFON.
Okay,
So, I mean, don't they investigate? I
they
mean,
do.
well,
Mhm.
one of you guys had somebody on that said it depends where you are and what city in the
Okay,
country as
don't
to
go on
how
that jump
good
pad
it is.
yet. Okay, now jump.
Had a couple
Use
of
the
ones
jump
on.
pad.
Yeah,
Okay,
so MUFON is I think it's a United States organization. It's probably, I think it's a nonprofit, and it does have a central branch, but the way it operates is it has a lot of subdivisions. So yeah, it's just like a franchise basically. You know how some McDonald's vary in quality? It's basically
Right,
that's the way
right.
MUFON is. Yeah.
BFRO does the same thing. Has different little branches.
yeah, okay, so put a portal there and a portal there.
Here and where else?
No, there and there. No, yeah, okay, yeah, and then also there.
Oh,
Yeah, wait, and then one there. Wait, yeah, yeah, there you go. And then just right there, and I'll figure. Yeah.
I mean, if abductions are real, I could totally see why the government wouldn't want to tell us because they probably have no solution to them at all. Um, maybe there is a solution, but it's impractical for everybody to do it. Maybe they have a solution and it's not impractical for everybody to do it, but just the sheer shock that everybody's going to have to take these, just the idea that like, if I were to tell you, you could be abducted tomorrow, but hey, guess what? There's something you could do to keep yourself safe. That's not very reassuring. I mean, you're still like, what? What are you talking about? I got to, I can't even afford groceries. Eggs are so expensive, and now you're telling me that.
Dude, eggs are crazy. And I got an email or a message that the grocery store I go to, Harris Teeter,
Uh-huh.
they're
Okay,
restricting
so
how many eggs you can buy because there's such a shortage.
Yeah.
okay, so go on to the go to the spot where there's a jump pad, but don't use the jump pad. Like you gotta put a port. Okay, so like put a portal there and there. Yeah. And then walk through the portal, but don't go on the jump pad. What you want to do is you want to put a portal there and a portal there. Okay.
So yeah, my sister owns a land in the country, and she has eggs. She has duck eggs and chicken eggs. But I mentioned earlier
And
that
then go on the jump pad.
like some people were like, you should test your backyard eggs for lead. But then I wonder if that's because see, why would there be lead? I think one of the reasons would be because of lead paint. So I wonder if that's more common in like a neighborhood. Like if you live in old Detroit, some
Oh,
neighborhood
yeah.
that's been around, you have backyard chickens. Well, maybe yeah, they're ingesting lead. But like my sister who owns like a few acres of land in the country, I don't think there's ever been any like paint
Eh,
there.
Yeah,
So
anything. But
maybe
still, you'd want to test it just
yeah, of course, yeah,
to know out of curiosity and feel better about eating the eggs you might get.
exactly.
Yeah, I saw there was a dozen of eggs at the store. It was $10.
What? No way.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
No.
I mean, it wasn't the grocery store brand, it was a different brand,
Yeah.
but still.
Okay, so give me the cube.
What was the reason there's an egg shortage? Is it bird flu?
I think it's bird flu, yeah. They just had to kill so many birds. And my brother told me
Put a portal there and a portal there.
he talked with some regional manager
Here?
for Tyson Chicken and talking about the shortage of chicken wings. And that's another reason that besides shortage and inflation and everything, but that's driving up the price.
So my yellow portal is and
You
where
go to
my
the
red
restaurant to
portal
get
is.
chicken wings.
Yep. And then also where my red portal is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Say it
used to
again.
raise all kinds of chickens. I love those suckers.
What did you say, Mindy? About the eggs? I'm sorry. I was.
About chicken wings.
Oh, the chicken wings. Okay.
My brother talked to a regional manager for Tyson Chicken and saying, and this was several months ago, she told him like there was going to be a big shortage coming for chicken wings because of the chicken issues.
Yeah, that makes sense. Chicken wings are already expensive as it is. I'm talking about like grocery store brought. I was surprised by how
Right.
expensive they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a really good recipe for homemade chicken wings. It tastes awesome, but they're always kind of expensive.
Yeah, like you never see them on, like you used to be, like you'd see them on sale and you get them. And now you never see them on sale and they're expensive.
Okay, so you see that button? So press in 3, 2, 1.
I burnt myself out on wings when I was in keto, so it doesn't affect me as
Oh.
much as it would have. Like I'm tired. I don't get excited about wings at all.
Okay, do it again in 3, 2, 1.
One of the grossest things I've ever had. You're just talking about being burned out. Okay, and it's a cultural thing, so no offense to this culture because I love all the other food they make. But I went to one of my favorite Mediterranean restaurants, and he had this drink.
Congratulations on completing that last test.
They had a
But I
carbonated
find
drink,
something troubling without the looming consequence of death. Is
and it
this even science?
it was a carbonated drink, and it was a yogurt drink. Okay, and then it had a mint flavor. So in my mind, I was like, I mean, individually those things are cool. Why not? And so I don't know why. Like I drank it, and I was just the most like it was the most nauseating thing I've ever had in my life, and I still think about it to this day.
Yeah, that is,
Okay, so just go on this ad.
that's a weird consistency and flavor.
Yeah.
It was salty. That's the thing. It was like salty, carbonated, minty yogurt.
Ugh.
But I can imagine a lot of people probably love that stuff a lot.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, that's my favorite drink. How dare you?"
You get one a year at Christmas or Ramadan.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the other thing that I think is gross, another cultural thing that I don't think I could eat, but I'll probably end up going to the country, but I don't think I'll ever eat it. It's a Philippine dish called balut, and balut is basically, I think, it's a duck egg with a duckling inside it. And you just eat the whole thing,
Oh,
including
yeah. I've heard of that. That's
including
gross.
including the feathers and the beak and everything. And I'm like,
Aperture Science has ever discontinued.
I don't know why though. I'm like, why? I mean, why does it gross me out? Am I the one that's wrong here, or is it the children who are wrong? Like, I don't understand. Because of what? I mean, I eat like birds. I eat. I don't know. I don't think. I don't think there's any one part of a bird that you shouldn't eat. I don't think a bird should go to waste. But still, the idea of eating an entire duckling, beak and claws and all and feathers, just does not sit well with me at all.
Okay, so go on the jump pad. Are you ready? Okay,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
What about you guys? Do you have any gross? Do you have any gross foods you don't like, or any cultures you want to offend? So I'm not the only one here.
Yeah, I got a few cultures I like to offend.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex Jones.
Oh, I might. Oh, this level is level. This is okay.
Things in my
So
mind.
just stand here. Yeah, just right there.
Wait, you're not gonna hurt me, are you, Ange?
No.
Why are you laughing like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
And that's the reason why you should not trust the mischievous child.
It's a tale as old as time. Yeah. So what are the foods you don't like? Just tell me. I want to know. I want to know what you guys don't like.
So what you're gonna do is stand right there.
I don't have a ton that I don't like.
Oh,
I have a lot of food that
I'm not
I
sure
think is
how I can make these
overrated.
tests any easier.
All right.
Okay,
What do
let's see
you
if
think
I
is
can-
overrated? Ravioli.
Yeah, Italian food in general.
Oh, get out of town.
When people say they're gonna have, whenever I go to eat somebody's house and all they have is lasagna, I get so freaking mad.
Dude.
Like lasagna.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. That's hilarious.
It is like it's like a running joke with my family. They'll have lasagna and I'm like, fuck lasagna. What am I gonna eat?
I love
okay,
lasagna.
figure
bro.
something out.
Ricotta cheese? Are you kidding me? Come on.
I don't. It's not that I don't hate the taste.
Oh,
I don't
no.
hate the taste.
Is it like a basic bitch food? Are you like, this is so basic? Is that what it is, or what is it?
It's just like it doesn't excite me. Italian food in general doesn't really excite me.
Okay, have you
I
ever
love
had
Italian.
Have you ever had a homemade pasta? Like somebody made the pasta a few hours ago. Because it helps.
Probably
it helps
not.
a lot.
Probably not.
It helps if you have homemade pasta and then you have homemade
Put a
sauce.
portal there, and I think a portal there.
I went and took a lesson from a former White House
Center it
chef,
there.
and he taught us how to make homemade pasta.
Hey, you can come over here. So basically, just put portal on the center of that.
He runs an inn.
No, okay.
outside of
Just,
Charlotte.
just put your two portals. Put your two portals here. Okay, and then put a portal here. Okay, and then put your purple portal there.
I don't think I want to eat haggis.
Okay, and then stand on that platform. So what you? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So
So
what
haggis.
you need to do is like once the platform is fully raised up, you need to jump into that pad.
Okay.
I think that's what you need to do. So let me just wait for this to cycle.
What is
through.
haggis exactly? I know it's Scottish, but what is it exactly again?
Yeah, it's sheep, like heart, liver, lungs. There's suet in there, and then like
Suet.
yeah,
What is
suet.
that?
Yeah, that's like for birds. You know,
What is that?
it's for birds. It's like the fat lard mixed with.
Okay, get
I
ready.
mean, for birds, you
Okay.
can mix in seed with
Okay,
it,
okay, you need to jump into the pad.
but it's all encased in a sheep's stomach, and you
In
boil
case
it.
you were wondering, you do not need to be crushed.
That
to
sounds like
solve
something they would
this
eat whenever they're
test.
about to starve to death in the winter. And they just made it into a flex. There's a lot of foods like that. Like this is
Okay, so-
trash, and you know it's not good.
Is to get on that platform.
That doesn't sound so bad. I don't have any
Okay,
problem.
so okay, so when I say go, you need to jump up onto into that pad.
I don't have a problem with the organ meat. So that sounds okay.
Okay. And
Ugh.
Oh, I don't mind it.
okay, you need
If
to
it's
jump
good.
into the pad.
I don't see the pad though. I don't see this. Where are you
It's a
from?
black rectangle.
Is it extended or is it against the wall? Or-
It's against the wall. Ow.
I
Okay.
can't decide which is my favorite. The crushers for crushing you, or the reassembling machine for putting you back together, so you can be crushed again.
What was she saying, Bobby?
Oh, she wanted to go play with Coralie.
Oh.
Okay,
So wait,
so
is this thing right here? I just jump on that thing like a flat
yeah,
wall?
you need to jump towards that black rectangle with a circle in the center. You need to jump towards that circle.
Okay.
She want to go play with Coralie.
What is that? You play with somebody? Like her little
Yeah,
sister?
her older sister.
Oh, her older sister. Okay.
Oh.
Well, why can't
My
you
oldest
go-
one's with me.
Okay, go. Okay,
I let her go.
go
She
still.
came back here.
Okay, get back on the platform. You're gonna need to press the jump button like right before you fall off.
But isn't that too far, Andrew? I feel like that I can't get close to that. That's like too far.
No, I have done this before, and I guess it's just close enough. Like, here's what you need to do. Like, you need to like jump, like right before you fall off. So
Jump
now I just-
right-
That's one of the Pointer Sisters just died. You know that saying jump?
Oh, I did not know that. Why don't you sing a little bit of jump for us? 'Cause I don't remember that song.
I don't sing.
Hey. Oh. Okay, go. Oh, wait. Okay, what if you hold the laser for me, and I'll try.
Let me see.
Okay, and you're not gonna be able to just set the cube down.
I guess I can't play it, right? Because
Yeah. Okay, you need to pin around. It's not. Okay, let's try that again.
Yeah, I think if you play it, it'll copyright it. I don't know, but
Yeah, so put a portal there and yeah, and then a portal there.
I tell you, one thing I will not eat is most seafood.
Okay, and then we
shellfish,
use the laser cube to point it towards. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this cube here, and you're gonna stand. You're gonna put in the laser with it aiming you're aiming right at that, it's gonna need to aim right there. The thing that I'm pinging.
Okay.
Okay, so first right for the. Okay, you. Okay, you're gonna get crushed.
You don't like shellfish?
It's
Okay, so
disgusting.
just.
Even shrimp and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
When I was pregnant with Andrew, I craved shrimp, and that was the only time.
A little bit left and up. Okay, yeah,
And I will
wait.
not touch other stuff.
Okay, okay.
I'll cause a dent in the oceanic population. I go nuts on seafood. Like my eyes go black.
Oh, wait. Ice. Oh, okay, so ice. I see how to do it now. Okay.
Okay, how about cow urine from India? Gomutra.
Okay, so portal there,
Like there's a word for it.
and
Gomutra.
wait, no. Okay, wait, so
Oh, it's the
portal
urine
there,
of a pregnant cow.
and
Oh,
See, urine is just a category of food that I'm not even close to being familiar with. You know what I
It's
mean?
not
Like,
very
I'm
food.
just googling it
Portal
to see
there.
what. There's a list of like the most disgusting foods in the world.
okay,
it's just
and-
urine though.
Wait, and also portal there.
It's claimed to treat psoriasis, leprosy, fevers, liver ailments, and cancer. Oh, and cow urine can also be used to clean floors.
well, I know that back in the day, people would sell their urine. Like, poor people would sell their urine to places, to laundromats, and so laundromats would wash people's clothes in urine.
Yeah, because it's got like ammonia. So that's, yeah.
Okay, so we go use the laser. Okay, this time
I'm
it's
sad to figured that out.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know how this is not number one. It's TTONGSUL, traditional Korean medicine with 9% alcohol content. It says the poo of a human child
Oh,
between 4 and 7 years old is refrigerated for 3 to 4 days, mixed with water, divided into smaller pieces, and fermented overnight. The vat with poo starts to smell incredibly strong of feces.
Yeah,
Even
does.
worse than the first day of fermentation. And then you pour the mixture through a sieve and mix it with 70% boiled non-glutinous rice, 30% glutinous rice, and yeast. And then it ferments, and it's supposed to be for anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving
Oh,
properties.
is this a creepy pasta? Is this real? This sounds made up.
It's real.
Hold on, real fast. I have to ask Andrew something. Andrew, were you right or was I right? Are you able to jump on that thing or no?
Okay,
Look.
you're right. You can't. I was just remembering incorrectly.
Okay, I just had to make sure my brain wasn't broken.
Look this up, Mindy. I'm messaging you.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Oh, and by the way, it says it can leave a poo smell on your breath.
I bet.
Oh, thank you. Oh, never mind.
FYI.
Never mind. I thought that would have happened. So I was about to do it.
okay, so we're gonna need to go through the door as soon as I drop this. So stand right at the door. And okay.
We found this out about 15 years ago. It's just been like a running
We should
joke.
take a break from
Oh
the
my
official
gosh.
testing courses.
I guess you're not talking about the skateboarding magazine,
No.
but you're talking about this, which sounds crazy, is a purported inhalant and hallucinogen created from
To
fermented
complete
human
this
waste.
test, you need
Wait,
to
is that
find
called
six
Jenkem?
footprints.
Because I think
Don't
Jenkem
worry,
is
Yeah.
a herb.
they
I
are
think that one is
no
an
use
urban
to
myth. I
anyone.
thought last
think
I
it's
heard.
fake. Yeah,
Warning
it's on
uses.
Snopes.
This is just a
Yeah.
thought
Oh, is it?
experiment. just to see how much time you'll waste thinking about these worthless documents.
It's just
The
so
correct
weird.
time is 0 seconds.
Snope says false.
It says in the mid 1990s, it was reported to be a popular street drug among Zambian youth.
Sounds fake. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I went to a Jenkem rabbit hole on Snopes, like Bobby. Just like Bobby said, I was like, this can't be real.
Apparently, you will put feces and urine in a jar or bucket and seal it with a balloon or lid and leave it out to ferment in the sun. Afterwards, they would inhale the fumes. So in November 2007, there was a moral panic in the United States about it.
Okay, let's see. Okay,
Yeah, it
so-
says it was based on a hoax and faulty internet research.
Okay, so then put your purple portal right there.
On top of yours or next to yours?
Next to mine.
Oops, sorry, I got rid of yours.
Okay,
Portal.
so then put
Yeah.
a portal down there. Yep, okay, so,
Sarah
Okay.
weighed in.
okay, so you're gonna go through my red portal, and I'm
I
gonna
forgot
go
people
through
were watching this.
your blue portal. Okay,
How about
so,
baby mouse wine?
Okay, so go through. Wait,
That's in China.
oh, sorry.
Of course it is.
You gotta
Why
have at
would-
least a dozen. At least a dozen baby mice, and you drown them in rice wine.
Put it right there.
The
There
mice
is-
must,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
the
Yeah.
mice must be still blind and hairless to make sure they're young enough.
So that reminds I don't know if that one's real,
Then
but I
put
know there
your
is
blue
a
portal there.
I think it's a French dish. Don't hate me, the French. I may be wrong, but there's this dish where you get a bird. It's a certain species of bird, and you have to drown it in a certain type of liquor, and then you
Put
cook it.
blue portal there.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then. Okay, and then. Wait, okay. Okay, so
Oh.
stand right there. No, not right there, but right there.
After you drown the baby mice, you have to let it mature for at least a year before you drink it.
A year?
Yes.
Who finds this shit out?
You know, how
Okay,
could
so
you drink
stand
that?
right there.
How does it not kill you?
Okay, so go through my red portal.
It's drunk for asthma and liver diseases.
Oops. No. Ah.
Oh, nice, nice. Mouse wine tastes like gasoline with an aftertaste of rotting animals. And the smell is described as incredibly strong and putrid. Okay, who makes that and says, yeah, I think I want to drink this?
Well, it's medicine. I mean, it's not. It sounds like it's medicinal,
Okay.
not
No, but you know, how do you come up with that and be like, yeah, this should work, this should fix it?
I don't
Okay,
know.
so go through my yellow portal.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, when you first consume it, the putrid taste fills your mouth and stings your palate. Parts of baby mouse skin often float around in the wine, so we usually sift it.
My bullshit detector's going off so high with this one. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so hopefully
They're showing a
vampires are
jar
dark.
of the baby
So
mice.
just go through.
Go through the yellow one.
Yeah.
God.
Now, we know this one from Indiana Jones, the monkey brain.
No.
Grilled monkey brains.
Okay, go through the yellow one.
Oh, jeez.
I really like liver and onions. What are your guys' thoughts on
I
that?
used to eat that when I was a child. I'm not too inclined to eat liver now just because of the functionality of the liver. You know, taking all the toxins out of your body. It just seems like inherently a bad idea to eat it.
I like fried liver.
But it's supposed to be excellent for you.
Right?
These little gas stations around here have fried livers. I like those.
Really? Like deep fried with a batter? Is that how they do it? Or
Hmm.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what we gotta do.
The only thing better is a
Okay,
gizzard.
so
Ugh.
okay, so
Gizzard.
Yeah.
Fried gizzard's good though.
through the
No,
portal,
thank you.
the red portal, once this fan stops.
Okay, how about virgin boy eggs?
Okay, so then go through my
Come again?
Young
Those are my
boys'
portal.
urine is collected in schools and markets around the city in China, Dongyang City, and in buckets placed there by street vendors. Eggs are boiled in the urine until hard. The eggs are then cracked and continue to boil for several hours to let the urine soak into the egg. The golden egg smells strongly of urine, but the taste has been described as delicate, salty, and addictive.
Okay, so go through the red portal.
I bet you can make something taste better without using urine. I bet I can think of like a better flavor.
Okay, wait.
Well,
so
here it says the
lay
traditional
right in front of
dish
the fan blade.
is centuries old and was originally a food preservation
Okay,
method.
yep. Okay, so just wait right there.
So back in the day, they had to work with what they had.
That you do not want to touch. That hurts. It hurts if you touch.
Oh,
I guess urine is sterile. I mean,
yeah. Okay, how about this one? This is from Sardinia, Italy. It's called Casu Marzu. And you get a block of pecorino cheese. You cut it open.
So far, so good.
Okay, right? Yeah. You leave it outside to attract cheese flies.
Wait a minute. Wait, you lost me already.
They lay up to 500 eggs in it, and the larvae of cheese flies then feast on the cheese, and their enzymes break down the fats in the Sardinian sheep's milk cheese. The larva excrement is a partially digested soft cheese, almost liquid. So this maggot cheese is eaten with the living larva. So diners need to protect their eyes from the jumping larva. Eating live maggots is risky as they can survive inside their new host and can bore through the intestinal walls. Worm cheese has a pungent smell and
Okay,
it burns your tongue.
so,
The strong aftertaste can last for hours. It's banned in the EU and carries a fine of 40,000 euros for both the seller and the buyer.
Cops are breaking down the door. Put up your cheese. Put your cheese in the air.
is that worm cheese?
Yeah.
Get on the ground, you sick bastard.
We got some wormers on there. We got some dirty wormers on our hands.
They call them wormers.
Yeah.
okay, I have no clue what we're supposed to do at this point.
The cop grabs some of it and stuffs in his pocket for later to sell it. So a little cut for me.
Okay, just
Oh gosh.
Sarah could get it and say, it's for my birds, I swear.
What bird?
okay,
I swear it's for the birds.
Okay, Sarah is not
Wait.
gonna like this one. Kiviak from southwestern Greenland. You get a freshly disemboweled seal and you stuff it with up to 500 small Arctic birds called the little auk. And they're so cute.
It's like
okay.
a turd. It's like a turducken.
So where's the fan shut down?
Then you sew it shut and seal with
Where's-
seal fat. to
Okay, find
prevent
the
flies
fan
from getting in.
shutdown.
See, they don't want the flies in this
Uh,
one. The
Okay,
birds,
yeah, so you see that? So, okay, so turn around. Okay, so put a portal on that wall there.
the birds are buried and left to ferment in the carcass 3 to 18 months.
Oh, what the?
Okay,
Kiviak is eaten by biting off the bird's head and sucking out the juices inside. But the birds can also be eaten whole, bones and all. It is especially popular during Arctic winter celebration.
okay, so Does that door require two levers to be pulled at the same time?
But like it's
Uh,
something dead and rotting. And what the? How's that
I
even?
know. There should be an inherent, you know, like,
Um,
don't eat this. It smells bad. You know, it could kill you. We shouldn't eat this.
let's see. I
I think
have.
that's the reason we developed a aversion to dead stuff.
Yeah.
Andrew, I don't think it's a lever. It looks like I need a ball or something. So
Yeah,
sticking.
that's a razor. Thing. It needs a razor. I think.
It
Which
says
I
that
might have figured out a way.
I'm a big fan.
So it's.
I
Jump
hit
through
a,
it.
I just hit a lever.
Yeah. Okay. So
I hit another lever.
it smells like gorgonzola cheese. And it does say the unusual preservation method helped Greenlanders survive harsh winters and food shortages.
ow.
Okay, this reminds me of something. Okay, you said Greenland. Well, Iceland is where people live. So Iceland was really interesting. When Iceland was founded, there were no indigenous people. So the people that went to Iceland, they were the first people to ever live there. Iceland is, I think, one of the only countries, or maybe the only one, that's actually growing every year. And the Icelandic people have a tradition where they go to the lava and they watch the lava come out of the ground. They actively watch their country grow, and
Oh,
that's
that's
like
cool.
they take their children out there. And they have a heavy belief in fairies, so they believe that fairies are real. They live there. There are a lot of paranormal things associated with volcanic activity, but on NPR, I have the name of the book. On NPR, they recently did this thing on a book and about Icelandic fairies, and they took it super seriously. I'm sorry, yeah, it was NPR, National Public Radio, which is like the radio equivalent of PBS. You know, to me,
Yeah.
they're pretty even. But they were interviewing this lady, and her name was let me see. Oh, I got the name of the book here. Looking for the hidden folk: How Island Elves Can Save the World. But basically, there was an Icelandic woman who said she reminds me of Dolly. This Icelandic woman was like, I have a special vision, and I could see the fairies. Other people can't see them, but I could see them and I could talk to them. She's like, they're right here in front of you. They're looking at me. She's like, I could see. I've seen dragons. She said they look exactly like the book said. I've seen unicorns. They look exactly like the stories say. But anyway, she said that she was told by the fairies that the government should stop building this highway because it was going to go right through a rock that was a holy site. So she actually petitioned the government, and the government agreed, and they moved the rock, and they moved it somewhere else. And she's like, "Yeah, it wasn't my idea. The fairies told me about this. So the fairies told me to do this for them. The fairies used me as a conduit to talk to you." And then this reporter who wrote the book, at first she thought it was all BS, the fairy things, but she had this weird experience where she was basically in Iceland and she was being harassed by somebody at a volcanic site. And then she was driving away, and this lady that was harassing her was about to hit them, like head on. But then all of a sudden, a rock popped out of nowhere, right in the middle of that other woman's car, just right out of nowhere from the ground up, and it stopped the car from moving. So
Oh my goodness.
it prevented the woman from hitting her. And she's like, "Look, I don't know what else to say. I think it was the fairies. The fairies manifested this rock." And so now she's obviously a believer in the fairy folklore of Iceland.
Wow.
But I think there's a lot of similarities between what the fairies of Iceland do, how they act, and Bigfoot. You know, I wonder if Bigfoot isn't just a fairy, basically. You know, it's the same thing as these
Yeah.
Icelandic fairies. And then in the report, they were talking about how, you know, the PBS reporters are trying, I mean, the NPR reporters are trying to rationalize it. And they were like, look, Albert Einstein, you know, a lot of people are talking about multiple dimensions, about multiple realities being stacked on top of each other. They were like, you know, it sounds weird, but really there is some scientific ideas that point to the fact this may be true. There may be other living things around us that can interact with us. It's also something that Dolly said. Dolly basically said that a lot of these paranormal things, what's happening is that they're able to see us and observe us and interact with us, but we can't see them and we can't observe them or interact with them because they're on a higher dimension than we are. So they're either existing in a fourth dimension or a third dimension or a fifth dimension, and so that's why they can see and manipulate us. And so she explained it like, you know, if there was a two-dimensional being, basically just a flat, a being that was flat, it only had width and length. It couldn't see us. If we're third dimensional, it couldn't see us, and it couldn't really interact with us that much. But we could see it exactly. Like we're third dimensional beings, so we could see a two-dimensional being or a one-dimensional being. But anyway, that just
That's interesting.
just because you said Greenland, it reminded me of that. I was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of information there to go off of. There's a lot. That's a deep rabbit hole to go into.
Yes.
And Andrew, I will just say, Andrew, there is a lever here that it needs.
Yeah, I
to put.
saw.
So
I was thinking about that lizard guy all day.
yeah, the lizard guy that Zeus saw.
Yeah, that's freaky, man.
That Zeus guy seems so earnest. He seems so like Randy, you know. He seems very.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what bothers me about it, man. What if
Yeah.
what if it's real? What do you do? Like, I want it to be real. Like, I believe him. That's like, he's not lying.
Okay, just an FYI, if you're ever gonna be in Greenland and you gotta make kiviak to survive winter, you only want to use ox because other birds do not ferment as well.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, look, that dish I can kind of understand why it was developed. Maybe, they were having harsh winters. That was all they was
Yeah.
available. They had problems
Yeah.
with fire. They didn't want to waste their firewood on. I don't know.
Yeah.
That kind of makes a little bit of sense. Okay, Andrew, looks like you got something going there with the laser.
Yeah, not really. I am just.
No, look, you just shot the laser, Andrew. You just shot the laser.
Yeah,
towards the
except
room.
that grass is special grass. It's like reinforced grass that does not allow the laser to go through.
Really, but it was hitting the wall. I saw it hit the wall.
Like, it can hit the grass, but won't go through the
No, I
grass.
saw it go through the wall, Andrew. I saw it hit the. I saw it go through the glass. Yeah, like.
Oh
through
wait,
that.
it does?
Yeah. So then I just put a portal here.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
so...
well, keep it right there.
oh, wait,
Yeah, just leave it right
okay,
there. Whatever
got
you're doing, leave it there. And then I'm gonna go over here.
Then, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that that was a thing that happened.
There you go. Yay! I did something.
We did something. Yeah, I knew. That was basically just you, being small. Oh, did you let honey pie in?
Yeah, she was meowing. She's a good girl.
Pie!
It was very.
So,
It was very. I was gonna say it was very. It was very good to hear these PBS reporters. There was two of them. NPR reporters. They were basically like, you know what? She's not crazy. She really does see elves. And elves are real. I was like, cool. I was like,
Yeah.
badass.
Okay, we need to get ready to
Yeah.
pull these above this. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
So they know that you shouldn't use other birds in this kiviak because in 2013, somebody used eider, E-I-D-E-R, and they didn't ferment well, and it gave an elderly man botulism that killed him.
Jesus.
And at the time, they didn't know that that's how he got it, and that's what killed him. So at his funeral,
Very good.
they served the
You
same
found those
food.
useless
No.
blueprints.
And a
Well,
lot
I
of
do
the
need you to
people
be in the
there
room
got
so I
sick
can
as
see them.
well.
I want
And
to
the
be clear.
man that died,
There's no
his
reason
daughter
whatsoever for
died
you to
from
look at them.
eating the kiviak
Damn.
that killed
Yes,
him.
I suppose.
Wow. What a way to
Yeah.
go, man.
Yeah.
Kiviak. Great.
That's how I know that I live in a more civilized age and how pampered I am. 'Cause most of my food is probably not
Yeah.
going to kill me.
Right.
Completing all test courses, you have achieved
Not at least
And remember
immediately.
security clearance.
Before,
You may
Wild
now
Tree,
access
you
all
said
testing
that
courses
females
and 3
have a
Aperture
better
Science's
sense of smell
176
than
restaurants.
men.
I heard that somewhere, but I can't. Citation needed. I'll just say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because over evolutionary history, women were the ones who cooked the food. And so it would be more important for them to detect if something had turned bad, it might be unsafe to eat.
Yeah, it kind of annoys me sometimes. It's like, because I'm like, because I feel like I'm being judged more. I'm like, you womanly, your womanly nose. I can tell you're judging me. It's just like how a cat can smell, dog and cats can smell better. So
Uh-huh.
I know that if I stink even a little bit, they know. But a cat or a dog won't judge me for it. You know, they're like, oh yeah, you
Oh,
stink, I stink, everybody stinks. Who cares? I love you. But a woman is like, you know what? You actually smell really bad.
oh, actually, um, this reminds me of this story that I heard, and I think it took place in Greenland. I'm not sure of the location, but there was this old woman with her husband, and they had
This
a
course was
cat.
created and then abandoned by humans. They tend to do that. Create something wonderful and then
And
abandon it. Do you know why they abandoned this course? Too deadly.
the GLaDOS was talking, so
Yeah,
my first. So,
we all must respect GLaDOS. All glory to GLaDOS.
alright, so you need to stand in line with me.
Silence.
Yes. And then we drop down and don't die. Okay, so yeah, okay, so put your photo there and there. But basically, so like back to the story. So this old woman and her husband, um, they were sleeping, and this was like at dawn, and her cat, their cat woke her up and was like trying to get her attention, and there was actually the house is actually filling with carbon monoxide, but the detectors for it weren't working, and the cat's smell, like it could smell the carbon monoxide.
That's awesome. That's why I like having cats. I mean, if I had more energy and more time and more patience, I'd have a dog because dogs require a lot more work. But anyway,
Yeah.
nothing against dogs. I love dogs, but I just don't want to. I would be an irresponsible dog owner because I would not. I'd be like, you know what? Just pee in the corner. I'm not gonna walk you. It's too cold. It's too cold outside. You know. So
No, just go pee in the sink that I prepare food in.
yeah, you know what? I set up the bathtub for you. Just go in there and pee, do whatever. I'll clean it up later. But yeah, I always have cats because I know that cats are smart and I know they can smell and see things I can't. And I think
Yeah.
if it's smart enough, they will tell you. They'll be like, "Hey, man, I love you. There's a shadow person right behind you right now. I don't want to freak you out. Like, chill out, okay? But like, don't look. There's a shadow person looking at you right now."
Okay, so put a portal there.
Sir Stroman is from northern
Okay,
Sweden.
so move that portal. Okay, okay, no, like okay, just move it over there. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so when I jump up, you would need to put a portal there.
All right.
It's
Okay.
Baltic sea herring,
And okay, place it now. Okay. Okay.
fermented in brine
Okay,
for
move it
6
over there.
months.
Okay, let's try again. Hey. Okay. Okay, wait. This works. This actually
It's
works.
one of the worst smelling foods in the world.
So what is it made of? What is it again?
It's Baltic sea herring that's fermented for 6 months,
Mm.
and you wash it down with generous amounts of schnapps. And because of the strong smell, you eat it outside.
Oh man. But that's just fish, right? That's just fermented salty fish.
Yeah, but it's so bad. It's just the smell.
Yeah.
It's that bad. A German landlord evicted a tenant without notice after he opened a can of Surströmming in the apartment building's stairwell. When the landlord was taken to court, the court ruled that the termination was justified when the landlord's attorney demonstrated their case by opening a can inside the courtroom.
Oh jeez.
Let's so. Okay, so. Okay, here's what you gotta do. So. Okay, just go on the bounce thing. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, so walk a little bit to your left. Okay, more. Okay, get ready to jump. Oh, okay. Are you able to?
Yeah, why don't you just hand me? Can you hand it to me?
Uh, oh no. Yeah. Let's see. Can I hand it to you? I think they.
Ah,
Okay, so I think what they did is they oh. Okay, we just disintegrated that. Okay, I think what the developers did was they made it so it was on purpose to be too tall.
okay.
Okay, so put a portal there and a portal there.
Here and
We lost Bobby. He
oh, we
said
did.
his internet. Yeah,
The
he
blue
says
one
his
there.
internet locked up.
Okay,
Did anybody say Montauk?
Did anybody say it?
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me. If Bobby says he's back in the room, let me know so I could.
Oh, he says he's gonna take that as his cue to go to bed.
Oh, okay, okay.
um. Okay, so here's what you do. Okay, so what I need you to do is grab the ball, go on the pad, and then let go of the ball once you see the blue. Okay, drop it. Oh. Okay, so I need you to. Yeah. Okay, so go. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. It bonked your head. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, yes. Okay, so now just take the ball over to me. Yep, and then just put it in its
Have you worked out the
CV
one
thing.
good trait humans have yet? Let me give you a clue. It's the one thing you can't do.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Probably die, maybe. The one thing that we can't do is die,
I guess.
maybe.
I thought going back to these old tests would satisfy me. But try as you might to fail this next test, I still won't be satisfied.
Um. Oh. Okay. That's gonna be real funny when the people watching the stream actually sees it.
Oh, Mindy. So these are the list of things I have to do to my car now. My car progressively keeps leaking, so I'm gonna have to. First, I'm gonna have to replace two power steering hoses, which are low.
Mhm.
They're low pressure, so they're not like high pressure. That's pretty easy.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna flush my power steering fluid because it's super old. Then I have to fix an oil gasket leak in the engine, which that shouldn't be too hard. Then I do have to, like I said, replace my spark plugs and make sure they're
Mhm.
gapped properly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I figured out what to do. Okay, so put a portal there. First, okay, and then we walk over here, and then you put your purple. Oh wait, come over here so you don't die. Okay, and then put your purple portal there. Go down a bit. There we go.
Anything else you have to do?
Yeah, I have a. I'm pretty sure I have a radiator leak, so I need to find where the radiator is
Oh
leaking.
no.
Oh, and I have to replace my uh my. Let's see. I have to replace two belts, my alternator belts and my power steering belts, and then I think that's it. Then I'm done.
Okay,
Okay.
so then just come over here, put your portal there. Like this.
A lot of that seems fun to do.
Yeah.
No, come over to the other side.
Wait. here.
Yeah, through the
Although,
red portal,
you know,
and then
newer
third there.
cars, you know, like
And
starting,
then one there.
I don't know, 2000 maybe.
Mhm.
Like they're just so much more complicated. And you know the design of the motor, they're so tight and compact. It's hard to get in
Very well.
to
Yeah.
You
spaces
only
to do
failed
what you need to
2
do.
times in
And
this test.
Plus, I don't like all
Not
this
that it
electronic
matters.
stuff. Like,
It doesn't.
yeah,
oh, I know all cars have
Congratulations on a
electricity,
job well done.
obviously,
yeah.
but these smart cars with like keyless entry. I was seeing. Look, I saw a TikTok, so it's probably not real, but apparently there's a device out there you could buy for educational purposes only. Wink, wink. And yeah, like if somebody is basically opening their car with a keyless lock, and you're close to them, you could basically copy their signal, and so basically you have a copy of their keyless lock.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh,
And I think I saw some hackers on Vice News, Vice.com, or Vice YouTube page. Some hackers were able to like hack into a car and just control it. It's like some other person's car,
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh, how terrifying.
So yeah, you can't do that with like an 80s car or a 2000
Right.
car, but you can with like a
One of my
2000.
first tests, and they let
okay.
plants grow
So,
here.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
believe
Our
this.
car's a
They
95,
don't test
so
plants.
I
We
don't worry
tried.
about anything.
They just sit there, never showing pain.
And
nor
I don't know
fear.
if you have it where
That isn't
you
science.
live, but we have a thing. It's called Next Door,
Yeah.
and it's like all the
You put a portal
neighborhoods
there?
near you, and people talk about different stuff happening locally. And I can't tell you, there's this constantly every day people posting
yep, that's good. And then
video
put a portal there.
from their Ring or whatever.
Ring
You
cam.
know that yes, cams everywhere now.
Yeah.
At night, people trying to like break into cars, open cars, and
Wow.
steal
Uh,
stuff
Put a
constantly.
purple portal there.
I got a funny story about breaking into cars. When I was in graduate school, I parked my car.
Purple portal there.
I parked my car in front of just a Mexican restaurant, and I left the doors unlocked. And so I went in there, and I saw somebody had broken in. But basically, all they hadn't taken anything. They dug through all my dinosaur toys and my McDonald's garbage, and then they just left. They were like, I was like, what? You don't want my dinosaur toys? It's McDonald's garbage. I was like, how dare you not steal any of
How dare you?
my treasures? This is my life.
Like, how dare you not steal my stuff?
That's funny.
And then put your poor purple portal there.
Like you could fill out this receipt for McDonald's, and you could get a free McMuffin if you buy one with this receipt.
Put
And
your
you're
blue
telling
portal
me
there.
that's like a $349 value.
Right.
So I press this button.
Purchase is necessary.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay. Move it a little bit towards you. Okay. That hurt.
Your failure brings back such wonderful memories.
Like I said, human camouflage is very interesting to me. Like I say this to people. I've said it before, but like you know, if I'm going to be known at all online in the world, this is what I want people to know about me. I want them to know that I'm not good looking, I'm not intelligent, I'm not happy, I'm not healthy, and I'm not rich. That's what I want everybody to think that about me. When they hear the name Wild Trees, I want them to think that because that's a form of human camouflage. If people think you're good looking, successful, rich, happy, healthy, they will give you negative attention. It's not good, you know. I like to
Yeah.
camouflage myself. Like,
That's smart.
trust me. Like, I am very poor. I'm so dumb. I'm so alone, guys. I'm so lonely right now, and I'm on death's door. I'm so unhealthy. Just don't even worry about me, guys.
Put a
I'm barely
portal, then a portal here, please.
barely hanging on here.
But see, by doing that, you're illustrating you're
One here.
intelligent, right?
Yeah, but the people who would know that would probably, people that want to hurt me wouldn't know that. You know, the
Yeah,
people that
that's true.
wouldn't want to hurt me would know that. So that's
Yeah.
it's a weird thing, yeah. But just like
Okay.
a lot of things in nature, it has its disadvantages because I would be
Turn around.
camouflaged, you know, but I
Grab the
would be camouflaged by everybody, including a
Yeah.
potential
grab the
including
ball,
potential
please.
mates. you know, a potential
Yeah,
mate.
exactly.
But I necessarily would not want to be camouflaged from. But as
Right.
a consequence, I would be, unless she's super
Yes.
intelligent, and then she'd be like, "Oh, I can see through your camouflage."
Well, then you've got to be like the sneaky male.
You
Yeah,
gotta be a
because
what?
what if there's a super intelligent person who wants to draw negative attention to you?
What was the thing you said, Mindy, right before Andrew?
Then you got to be a sneaky male.
Oh yeah, sneaky male, yeah. But yeah, that's really interesting. Human camouflage. The other thing I think a lot about, maybe I'll make an episode on, is like this has probably always been true, but it's especially true and it's more obvious now that information is like the most valuable currency we have. And people have information. Like you may have noticed if you know me a little bit, but I'm extremely private. The reason I'm private is because information is incredibly valuable, and like
Yeah.
I don't give any information if I don't have to. I'm like
Yeah.
people are so like open with
Hey, go
like
on the bounce pad.
what I mean by
please.
information is like even your opinion. Like if you just give your political opinion, you're giving people information that could hurt
Right.
you. You know, like
Yes.
you hear celebrities say stupid shit, and that costs them their careers. It's because
Yeah.
they gave too much information. You know,
Yeah.
but there's other more obvious things like your address,
try again.
your how much money you have, your bank account
Right.
number, your social security number. All that information is very valuable, and I don't know. I don't like to give away any information to anybody.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
it's-
there's already, some out there, that people can find, just because of the way the world works.
the way I explain information to some people is like, I'm like, look, okay, what is more valuable? You know, what would you say is more valuable? Okay, let's say I give you, let's say I give you like a ton of diamonds, 1 ton of the finest diamonds, or I give you a little piece of paper. I just give you a scrap of paper, but on that scrap of paper are the coordinates to 10 tons of diamonds. You can just go and get them. They're not
Yeah.
protected. So either this piece of paper or a ton of diamonds. Now, some people just would probably. I've had people say, "Just give me the diamonds," okay, but I think they're missing the point there. You're like, no, actually,
Yeah.
that little piece of paper is worth more than a ton of
Yeah.
diamonds.
Yeah.
It is just made of dead plants. That's all it is. Dead plants and ink. But it is worth more, 10 times more than the diamonds are.
Yeah. Well, look at our currency. It's just paper,
Exactly.
One piece of paper can be worth $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I remember one time I was really little, but I was with my dad at a drive-thru, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, this is weird. I was like, you just gave that woman like 1 piece of paper, and in return, she gave you food, 3 pieces of paper, and a bunch of coins. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you really made out like a bandit.
That's funny. That's astute. How old were you
Okay.
when you made that observation?
I think I might have been. I was in.
Okay, you can do it.
I was 10 years or younger.
Wow.
Ooh.
But yeah, my dad chuckled. He was like, "Yeah, I guess so, kid. I guess you really ripped him off."
Oh, I try using that bounce pad.
Where am I trying to go? Am I trying to go to this thing right here?
You're trying. Okay, what you're trying to do is like you're trying to hit the blue thing that's going up and down,
Uh-huh.
and then after that, I'm gonna have to quickly place a portal under you
Oh,
to
okay,
not
okay.
let you die.
Oh, okay, got it.
If you go down to Peru, you
Okay.
can get a frog smoothie.
Oh, I've seen that. I actually seen a video of that. Yeah, I see them
Okay.
pull the frog out, and they just
Yes.
blend that. I think they gut it, and then they just
Excellent
blend.
work.
It's a
If you
live
were
frog.
human, you would want a reward
They
for
blend that little
completing
sucker
this
up and just
test.
give it to you.
A reward
Well,
for
here it
testing.
says
At
they
least the
bang its
frogs
head
would want a
against the
reward.
counter. And
Probably,
they
yeah.
skin and clean the frog, and
Okay.
then put it in the blender with water and other ingredients such as quail eggs, honey, spices, and local plants.
Wait, do they just do this?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think also it's I think the poor frog is endangered
By creating
or it's
this
having some
test,
problems.
humans feel good about themselves. It is extremely easy. Just follow the arrows.
Yes, it says here it's the Titicaca frog, and it's made from.
Man, this
It's
frog
inside.
cannot catch any breaks.
Yeah,
First, it's
I
called the
know,
Titicaca
right?
for a frog. That's
Okay, wait.
number one. Number
It's
two,
critically endangered.
yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna need to use this at the same time, okay?
It's an aphrodisiac,
Oh wait,
supposedly.
wait, no. How do I? Ow.
And it can cure anemia, bronchitis, asthma, impotence, osteoporosis, and many other ailments.
You know what that reminds me of? I go to
Okay,
this.
so jump on the ad. Okay, so then come towards me. Yep, and then
I go to this Mexican grocery store, and called Fiesta. Maybe it's a southern thing, but they have this like rack of spices. There's just one company, and they just make it's like this little tiny bags of different spices. And every time I go there with my mother, we look at it and we find a new spice. And I asked her, I'm like, have you heard of this? And half the time she's like, yes, half the time no. And then I just pull out my phone and I look it up, and sure enough, it's like some weird plant or herb, and then sometimes it's got like university research on it. It's like, yeah, this is a traditional herbal medicine. It's drank as a tea. It helps you with arthritis. You know, it's weird.
oh,
They have so many of them.
sorry to interrupt, but I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah,
There's
that's pretty
That's
interesting.
interesting, yeah. There's sheep eyeball juice from Mongolia. It's known as Mongolian Mary. It's the pickled eyeballs of sheep placed in tomato juice. It's known as a hangover cure and dates back to the times of Genghis Khan.
Wow. You know, I don't have anything against eating eyeballs because I feel like you're gonna kill the poor sheep or whatever. Don't let his
I
eyeballs go to
couldn't eat it.
waste.
I just, I don't like the consistency of an eye.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't see the thing. I mean, if you could process it into something else, if you can make it look like a chicken nugget, I'm more down.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, well, I wonder what happens to cow eyes and pig's eyes. Those are pretty big eyes. I would hate if they
Yeah.
just go to waste. Make it into dog food or something.
Yeah, they've got to go into something. Probably like hot dogs or,
Yeah, there you go.
something.
Hot dogs taste great. Although there was a study that just came out saying that if you eat processed food like hot dogs and you eat enough of it, it will significantly lower your lifespan. Which
Yeah,
kind of makes sense.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that can't be healthy for you.
Yes,
But it does taste good. I do like a good hot dog.
I do too.
Also, I heard a lot of kids choke on hot dogs. They're actually a really hazard for small kids.
Yes, I had to be careful with that with Andrew. Like the key is like I would cut it into pieces, but you can't just slice it. You need to take that slice and cut that in half because the outside of the hot dog is that's the slippery part, and they can swallow it easily and it'll choke them. But if you cut it in half, it gives that other texture,
Mhm.
the inside cut. So
Okay.
it's not as easily swallowed to choke on.
Okay. Interesting. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like I said, I'll eventually meet a vampire bride, and I'll call her my wife, and eventually we'll have little vampire
You
children,
do know I
and
can
eventually
break
they'll
that,
want to try a hot
right?
dog, and
Yeah.
eventually I'll have to cut it 2 ways so they don't choke to
Yes.
death.
Are you broken?
Yes.
I don't want to
It
break my
looks like
wife's
you're
heart.
malfunctioning.
My wife. You killed our child.
The things you got to worry about,
I, Whenever I go out in public, I look at these little kids, and I'm like, oh, these kids. I know it's not they act like they have a death
You're
wish.
going
Like
to
they
hurt
run in
yourself
front of
doing
cars.
that, and then
Oh
I
my
will
gosh.
be
It's like
ecstatic.
they do the act the quickest way to get themselves killed. Like I'm gonna jump in front of this train. I'm gonna dive head first into the water.
Oh my
It's just
God.
crazy. I don't know. Did Andrew act like that?
No, I mean, it's because I'm so paranoid about him getting hurt
Yeah.
that I'm constantly thinking about what could go wrong, what could he do, and I'm like trying to, prevent it before he does it.
Oh man. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I just
I've
remember.
got one child. I've got one
Right.
set of DNA to worry about and take care of.
Right. I've got my $3,500 laptop. Well, I got my one child I gotta take
Your
care of.
failing is
I put a
the
sheet over it
data.
every night to
It
make sure the
just
dust doesn't get on it. I
delays
make sure
the inevitable.
it's got good ventilation. I try not to drop it. But yeah, I got no other children. Well, I got my cat, but she's pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah.
But no, I get you. Yeah, kids are. Yeah, like I said, I go to the zoo and that's where I see most of it. There's a zoo with a little train, and these
Uh-huh.
little kids. I mean, I can tell what's happening. These kids, they have so much energy. they're just running, and they don't have enough sense to know where not to run, and the parents are just distracted. I don't know, but it's so funny. Every time I go to the park, I see a little toddler, and I'm like, this kid
Oh
is
my
doing everything in its will to kill itself, and
yeah.
it's smiling while it's doing it. It's got the biggest
Right.
smile in the world. Oh god.
I saw today, I was telling Andrew in the Dallas Zoo, there was a snow leopard that
Yeah, I saw that.
dude
The kid was just smiling.
walks up,
And
hey,
then-
kitty, kitty, kitty.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the leopard is sprinting towards it.
The leopard is doing that little pounce thing where they get on all fours really low and they move their
Yeah.
tails and their butts. The cat's just laughing, waving at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the kid's just laughing and then biting. And then bonk. And the
Yeah.
kid's dead.
Oh god. Yeah, kids are crazy. I'm gonna put an air tag on my kid. I'm gonna hide an air tag in the little
Yeah.
There you
in
go.
their little overalls. They're not even gonna know. I'll know where this kid is at all times.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I see. So
I'll be like, my kid's missing. I'll be like, how did he end up in North Korea? I'm tracking him right now.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of North Korea, so like I have an Xbox account,
Uh-huh.
and so like I can put a location. Now this is Xbox. This is a big mistake that Xbox made when we type in the location instead of just having a list of all the locations.
Mhm.
So I put okay. So I put my location as North Korea, but I'm thinking about changing it to the back rooms.
That's good.
Anyway, so we just put a portal there. Well, you put a portal there. If on that white panel, and then one on that white panel.
Yeah, one thing I'm gonna do with Microsoft Flight Simulator, I definitely want to go over all of North Korea to see what it looks like, and I want to do Antarctica. I want to do Antarctica too. But I was looking at the map of Antarctica, and this is very odd. Maybe it's not true, but from my preliminary research, there's areas of Antarctica that are missing satellite images, and I'm like, why? Why
Yeah,
can I not
why?
see the satellite images of Antarctica?
Exactly. Because there's
Because-
something there you're not supposed to see.
Okay, well, what I think is.
Or maybe
that
it fell off. It's part of a shelf that fell off. You know, that's why it used to be there, but it's not now.
Something's
Okay.
happening. I don't know.
Well, maybe what I think is satellites had just never actually gone, like been able to take pictures.
I don't know anything. I don't know that much about satellites, but I feel like satellites in orbit, right? So
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a ton.
But you need a lot of satellites to map out the whole Earth.
Dude, I just saw a picture today somebody did where they took like a bazillion photos, like in time lapse,
Mhm.
of the sky, and it was showing
Okay,
the patterns of satellites, and it was just
wait,
lit
look
up.
down.
I mean,
Okay, so-
everywhere.
Okay, so when you look directly down, make sure like your reticle is directly in the center of the portal. So let me know when it is.
all right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Come
Yeah, I
on.
would love to have my own satellite. I think that'd be awesome. To have my own
Yeah.
private satellite, I can take
Congratulations.
images. I can
Your
use it
ability
for
to complete
having a
this
satellite
test
phone
proves
without having
the
to pay
humans
anybody.
wrong. They described
Okay,
it as
so-
impossible,
Yeah.
deadly.
I think I just saw an
And
article
one
the other
test
day
subject
where
had
they
the
were
nerve to call
talking.
it
Sorry, Andrew, go
broken.
ahead.
Of
Okay,
course, the humans
so-
only had one try at it. You can just keep trying.
Okay, now that Grado stopped talking, okay, so this a magazine subscription I have.
Is
It's
it
called
is it Boy's Life?
no, it's Oya. It's
For this next
OYLA.
test, the humans originally
Okay.
requested helmets
Oh, it's
to
the
avoid
best
brain
magazine.
injuries.
Okay.
I ran the numbers. Making the goo deadly was more cost effective.
It covers all
okay,
different
wait.
topics in science. Each
So
printing.
basically what basically what they have is like they just throw a bunch of information into their magazine and then just throws it into your face. Like here, have some information. And then what they do, like I mean what? Okay, so then like, okay, so like they have this information. Okay, I'll just tell you what I want to tell you instead of going through all of this. So basically, I read this one article about in the magazine on um like satellites, and like it told you, like it said what, like costs like $100,000 to put a satellite with like, I think it's like a weight of like 1 pound
Okay,
into orbit.
it's not that much. I mean, it's less than I thought it would be. What can
I
you do
th-
with a 1 pound satellite?
Not much.
Damn.
I I don't I don't remember the exact numbers. It's probably a little bit different than that, but still. Okay, so okay, I need you to put a portal there and a portal here.
So Sarah is still here. She and Sarah, we're talking about foods that you would not eat. Disgusting foods to you personally. And if you have anything.
I will say just to give a cleanse our palate. You see what I did there? I my favorite food is Vietnamese food, and I've been looking. You know, I'm trying to try. I think I'm gonna get my passport this month. It says it takes 10 weeks. It's been 10 weeks, so I should get it any day now, unless I'm flagged on some lists. Bigfoot, some Bigfoot UFO lists do not get passport. But anyway, I've been looking for international countries, and apparently Vietnam is very safe to go. If you look at the, United States Government Travel Advisory whatever board, Vietnam is
Mm,
pretty good to go to. It's pretty safe, and it is my favorite food. I love Vietnamese food. So the idea of eating my favorite food made incredibly well and
yeah.
very cheap is
Yes.
pretty enticing. But I have a friend in Vietnam as well, so
There you
Excuse
Vietnam is
me.
go.
Sorry to interrupt, but want to. Oh, wait. Did you just go through? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So just go through one more time. So sorry to interrupt, but and okay, and then you can come across.
but yeah,
How
Vietnamese
long would
food.
you stay there?
No, wait. Come back here.
I think
Wait.
I have to do like at least a month, maybe
Can you
2.
jump
Yeah.
over to me?
Yeah.
Okay, and then just. There we
Yeah,
go.
I keep getting disappointed by the safety concerns for all these countries. I mean, everything was great. Like, there was a short period of time I was really into Mexico, but then I don't know, the cartels things are just it's just so intense.
Just walk over to
Yeah.
Even if it's like a 1% possibility, I'm like,
Yeah.
risk assessment does not work out in my favor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, it makes me not want to go there, just all the dangers it seems. And like you say, it's a small percent chance, but it's so prevalent in the news that it skews it, right? It weights it.
Hmm. Yeah, it's true. And I don't know. The thing is, like, I don't mind putting myself in
So
danger from.
Sarah's leaving. She says good night all.
Oh, good night, Sarah. Thank you for
Good
being
night,
Good
here.
night.
Sarah.
I was gonna say I don't mind the dangers of like I prefer a giant saltwater crocodile to a cartel member. As far as risks
Yeah.
are involved, I'm like I'll take the crocodile, baby, any day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing against cartel members. Hey, you guys are great. Keep on doing whatever you're doing. I love you guys. Big fan. Uh, but still, let's see. And it sucks
So
because I mean that's my nationality. I have a dual citizenship with Mexico.
Right, yeah.
And
um,
one thing, unfortunately, I've noticed. I don't know. This is a lesson I've learned. I'm trying to see like what can I get out of it, other than depression. But I've realized there is no limit to human cruelty and depravity. That's what I've realized.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's good to know that, I guess. But all it does is depress me. I mean, it makes me a little more careful, and safe, but I do believe
Yeah.
there is no limit to human. I mean,
No.
at all. So.
Yeah. I kind of have to shut all that out because it's just too overwhelming.
Mhm. Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, by its very nature, like it's limitless. There's no. Limitless things are usually overwhelming.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
be. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, Vietnam. I'm sure it's got its own dangers, but I mean, if the United States government says it's safe, then I believe everything the government says. So I would definitely do it. That's the other thing I want to say. I love look, United States government. I love you. I love every agency, except unless you're in an agency and you hate another agency. In that case, I hate that agency. But yeah, otherwise, I love all agencies, and I love my country, and I would keep any secret my
That
country asks of me. Uh, but I don't think I would sell out any friends. I do have a limit, but I also wouldn't sell out my country. USA, USA, I love you, Uncle Sam. You're my best. You're my favorite uncle, Uncle Sam.
okay, so put a portal on the thing that you were just looking at. To your right, yeah. Put a portal there and drop down to me. No, like
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that way. You
Where
just
are you?
need to walk. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you can just come down. Yep. And then put your other portal right there.
I want like a review of government agencies. I want to be like somebody. I mean, I guess I could do it. But it's gonna be really time intensive. But yeah, it'd be great to have a review
Then
of
step
all
on
the
that.
government agencies. Like give every agency a grade because I know some agencies are great. There's got to be some really great agencies doing something or
And
departments. Groups, government groups like the
Right.
post office, the forestry service.
then put a
Yeah.
portal on that. Yeah, that.
Black Lives
Then
Matter. I mean, the Bureau of Land Management. I always get those confused. But yeah, you know,
and then drop down to that uh bridge there. I think it's called a UV bridge. And then yeah, just go through the red portal and then go through the yellow portal.
I like the post office. I think the post office is good, and I like the highway system as well.
And then put your purple portal right there.
The post office doesn't have a good reputation.
Oh,
I know it
okay.
doesn't, but like I've used the post office for
So
several
put your
years,
other
and
portal there.
I've had just a handful of problems. And I like the idea that
Then
it's
stand on
cheap.
there.
I mean, it's losing money. It loses money, but
Yeah.
that's a driver of the economy. Being able to ship
Yeah.
things.
And then
Yeah.
so put the portal there.
I told my friend. My friend was like, I told her how much the stamp was because I'm really into being a pen pal, and I like sending letters to people. And she thought it was expensive for like like an envelope, a letter. And I was like, look, man, if you were gonna
Then
pay
drop
me,
down there.
if you were gonna pay me, if you wanted me to get a piece of paper and take it across the country, I would charge you more than 56 cents for that service.
And then come
Yeah.
here.
So I'm like, I think that's a
Yeah.
pretty good deal.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
put your purple portal there. That's blue portal. Oh wait. Okay, so yeah, so put your purple portal there. And then okay, so this is a blue portal and that's a purple portal. So put your purple portal there,
Purple.
then go on that. Okay, and then put your purple portal there. Okay, and then drop down there. Okay, and then come over here and put your blue portal there. Okay, so then stand on that. Okay, and let's see. Then I think behind you there's gonna be put a purple portal there. Okay, and then just right there, and for me to fix the stuff they.
And I like there's some I like forever stamps. I like the fact that you could buy a forever stamp.
Yeah, we have a ton of those.
Yeah, I love buying forever stamps. I love stamps in general. I think it's interesting because it's a kind of an artistic government agency or
Okay,
Yeah,
department. Because they
drop
come up
down
with
there.
they constantly come up with these new stamps and themes, and that's a little bit of
yeah,
fancy, you know. I like that.
yeah,
So go
yeah.
through the red portal.
I like stamp collecting.
And then go through the
Yeah.
yellow portal.
My husband, he,
Okay, and
if
then
I get something
come
to
over here and
mail,
carefully put your blue
he'll figure
portal
out the
there.
weight and he goes into this drawer and he's got like a bazillion stamps in there
Mm,
and he'll pull out just to get the right amount.
mm.
And I'm like, just slap 2 forever stamps on there. He's like, no, I've got them here. And he comes out, I'm like, I've never even seen a stamp like that, you know?
Yeah, they got like
And
1 cent
go on
stamps,
there.
Yeah.
3 cents, 5 cents. Yeah.
And it's in this drawer, it's like never ending because you figure,
To try
okay,
and
you've
make
got a
this course
few.
more
Okay, but
exciting,
it's
I
like,
asked the
I've been
reassembly
here
machine
since
to not
2009
reassemble you.
and it's still
refused.
the same thing. Like
I
he'll go in, he'll
understand.
find them.
That would be like asking me
And it's
not
not
to
like he
test.
buys them. He's never bought stamps
Still,
since I've known him.
That would have been exciting.
It's like stuff that he's had.
Like he just bought like 3 U.S. tons of stamps.
Yeah, it's
Just
like a
has,
magic
like,
drawer. You
them
know, you
whole-
reach in,
and
you
then
get
like
the
has them,
codes.
then like has the
This is a
secret
bridge building
portal
exercise. The
technology.
humans were miserable at
In-
this. Mostly because we can't build bridges out of tears.
Like Fort Knox or something, and whenever he needs stamps, he just like opens a drawer and pulls a stamp out of Fort Knox. or
Yeah, it's
something.
crazy. So I guess, I wanted to start that channel where we chit chat, the 3 of us, me, you, and Bobby. But you're going to be going out of the country.
Well, I'm
So
still gonna
put a
do. I'm taking my
portal
lap. That's
there.
why I got a laptop so I could continue to do my online stuff wherever I go.
Yeah, but you're going to be, like,
Yep, and
I don't know.
blue
It
portal
seems
there.
like it's a lot because you'll be wanting to spend time doing stuff. You don't want to have like a time sink, because if you're already going to be doing like your channel, you've got 2 channels already. Do stuff with Bobby.
Put a portal there and a portal there.
Like tonight, when we were just all chit chatting.
Mhm.
That's the kind of thing. I want to find topics, articles, current news stuff, and just talk about them because I think that would be fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm still busy. Like I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna be busy this month. I think
I
the
defy you to tell me there's
December
a
was
purpose
super
to what
busy,
we're
and
doing.
unfortunately it's slowed down, but I'm still not caught.
Yeah.
The problem is that, like, when I get busy or sick, it's like as soon as I'm not sick or busy, I go through a long period of catching up. It's like then I have to
Right.
catch up for everything I lost, and then finally a
Mhm.
few months later I'm back to a baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still not caught up. But yeah, no, I was thinking. I mean, I haven't responded because I don't know. But I was thinking we could do it, but I could probably do once every 2 weeks. But I don't know. I mean, that's something. It's to start off with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's some people that do online shows that are only once a month. So,
Yeah.
and you can do your own episodes without me.
Yeah, but then that's not as fun, I think it's nice to have a small group so that you get different opinions and ideas and thoughts.
Yeah, I still think it'd be cool to do your own. I mean, I understand if it's only you all the time. Yeah, that would be a different dynamic. But if you do some on your own, like I mean, I've done episodes on my own. And I have fun doing it. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, but you're very, I don't know. I want to say
With
it and be,
humans,
it's
I
a
would call
kind,
that
it's a
a successful
compliment.
test.
You're verbose. You can just talk and talk and talk. And I'm not like that.
Well, that might be like a practice thing. Like you need to practice. And if you want to
Yeah.
develop this skill, I mean, if you want to have an online career, that's a good skill to have in practicing. It's just
Yeah.
like Bobby says, Bobby's always trying to get practice in. He treats it like an athlete. You know, he's always trying to get his flight
Yeah.
hours in or whatever. Always working
Yeah.
at the gym just to get practice.
Oh wait, I see. Okay, so we go down here. Wait. Yeah, so we go like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of other episodes I'm thinking about doing, and
So
I'm gonna do a series of episodes that just have a really simple title. Like I want to do one on plastic, so it's just gonna be called Plastics, and I'm just gonna cover.
Oh.
I'm super interested in the construction of plastics, the history of plastics, and I'm really interested in the plastic hardeners that are used that are apparently very harmful to humans. And
Yeah.
I want to do another episode just called Human Aggression. I'm super fascinated by humans and their aggression, the manifestation of their aggression,
are you being shot?
what causes people to be aggressive. Um, yeah, stuff like that. What was another one?
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to do one on plastic, one on human aggression. Oh, I want to do one on stickiness. Just stickiness. That's the name of it. I want to know what causes
Hmm.
things to be. Why are different things sticky? What's happening chemically or physically when things are sticking to each other? That's another
Yeah.
topic that
Okay.
fascinates me.
So
Yeah.
come up here and
That's cool.
so one over to me. Okay, so put a portal there.
Have you seen the movie The Graduate?
Okay, and then put your other portal here.
No, I've heard of it. It's a pretty
Um,
famous
it
story, right?
yeah, yeah. Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, that's the
But there's a famous line in there toward the end of the movie, and I forget the exact setup of it, but the phrase, the sentence is just plastics.
Oh yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's supposed to be the future or something. Like somebody's
yeah,
giving him like advice on the future.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's crazy how upside down the world's turned with plastics now, and how they're, like you said, detrimental to humans.
And
And
then there's microplastics as well that are everywhere.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this video thumbnail. I didn't watch the video, but I just saw this thumbnail. So basically, it was showing like a laser shining onto this super small sort of like lever, like showing how lasers like okay, so like if you had a strong enough laser, you could like be in bed and use a laser to turn off the lights from in bed.
Mm.
Like if it was powerful enough. Okay, so
See,
come
that's
over
weird.
here.
So, are you indicating that laser could produce a physical force? Because I always feel like lasers, the ones that I know of, they don't so much produce a physical force, like a pushing motion. They do more of a burning motion. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, since lasers are white, since light acts as a particle and a wave, I think because it acts as a particle as well as a wave, it's able to apply force. Like with solar sails, like if you took a big, large enough, like Mia and put it in space, it would be moving because the sun is pushing on it.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, microplastics are everywhere. Uh,
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to tell you.
plastics.
Sugar.
Plastic seems like a deal with the devil, basically. Like we get so much good stuff out of plastics. Like
Right.
if you look at medicine, a lot of modern medicine relies on plastics. You got your IV bags, you got your syringes, you got you know, and
Yeah.
a lot of food stuff, involves plastic. Even if you use an aluminum can, did you know that aluminum cans are lined with plastic on the inside?
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
really?
Like,
Yeah.
like I saw this science video where there was this guy in a lab. Like he put together this solution that would remove the aluminum with like only the aluminum. Okay, and like there was plastic. Like he just dipped this Coke can.
Yeah, I saw the same video. That's how I. That's
Yeah,
how I.
I've seen that.
That's how I figured
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this has
Yeah.
got plastic in it.
Yes.
Oh man. But
Because
yeah.
you put one portal there and the other there.
But yeah. So it's really good for us. I mean, it helps us out. But then at the other end of it, it's like in our environment forever. It's like in our
Yeah.
bodies. It's in our blood. It's in our lungs.
And
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 we package stuff, you know, and everything before
Careful one
plastic.
there.
You know, like remember, you don't remember this, but I do. When
Oh.
pop came in glass bottles, and you would get like a 8-pack of bottles, and you would take it back to the grocery store, and you
right,
get
right.
money back and stuff.
Crouch. You need to crouch.
I would do that every week with
Uh,
my dad, going to the grocery store.
Yeah, there you go. And then you can put the portal there.
The other thing
Yep.
that's the other thing
And
that's
then-
funny is a lot of people. There's this meme going
Careful one
around.
there.
I think it's incorrect, but the meme basically says the meme says that if you make a dinosaur out of plastic, then the dinosaur toy is made of dinosaurs because plastic was made of oil. But that's a funny meme, but it's not actually correct though, because the majority. But I could make it correct if I wanted to. So plastic is made of oil, but oil is pretty much made of ancient plankton. But so what you could do is you could buy a toy of Plankton, the character from SpongeBob SquarePants. And so if
Uh-huh.
that Plankton toy is made of plastic, then it is a Plankton toy made
There
of
you
Plankton.
go.
So I did
Yeah.
fix the meme. But yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then put your purple portal there. Also, okay, yeah.
Oh, here's the healing power of cats, scientifically proven. Petting a cat calms down and relieves stress. Cat people have 40% less risk of heart attack. I don't know how they measured that, but cats keep you warm because they're hot. They're 102 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, they're hotter than you.
Yeah.
Now,
And
for that-
purring. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say
Okay, we're gonna need the one.
This was another test no one had ever
Talking
completed
about,
before you two.
it's funny because
Oh,
like
the
dogs,
science we used to learn with this test.
dogs and cats,
Now,
they could hear better
the
than
test
us,
is useless.
but they don't know that we know that. And so it's funny to me whenever sometimes I don't like dogs that are too smart. And so it's funny to me whenever there's a dog and they pretend not to hear you on purpose. Because I'm like, look, you dumb dog. You don't know what I know, okay? I know that you can hear me because I know you have better hearing than I can. So I don't buy your bullshit, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're so cocky, dog. Oh, you think you're so smart ignoring me. I'm a biologist. Oh, you think you're so smart, you dumb dog.
Yeah. Here's the last one. This is what Bobby
If
Bobby
you're
needs to get
wondering
a
what that
cat.
smell
And
is,
I don't know. I know he has.
That is the smell
Doesn't he
of
have
human
dogs?
food.
Does he have dogs
I
or
miss
cats?
that smell.
Is what he said his wife has.
I'm not sure. I've never
I
seen
forget.
any of his animals on his stream.
Yeah.
If he had a cat, I feel like they'd go up to him and like mess with his stream.
Yeah.
And at least one of his videos, they'd be like, "Meow."
Yeah. Well, it's just clear that purring heals wounds, pulled muscles, and stabilizes blood pressure. So maybe he needs to get a cat and put it on his leg and have it purr.
I have this joke about cats. It's like, it's a cruel joke, but it's just a joke. But it's like cats have such different personalities, you know. And I always want a really cuddly cat. So the joke is like, I go to the, but you never know. You never know until you have a cat, you know, what it's gonna be like. So the joke is, I go to the pound or whatever. I adopt a cat, try it out for a week. Turns out it's not a cuddle, and I'm like, next. I abandoned it in the road, and I go back and I get another cat. Try it out. I'm like, next, it's not a cuddler. And then I go back. It's like I go through 10 cats, and I
Nice.
finally get one as a cuddler.
Dude.
This cat's
Okay,
still
so
good.
put a portal there, and then
Not what I'm looking
one
for. Sorry, it's not
there.
gonna work out, cat. We regret to inform you that your resume is not what we're looking for right now.
okay, so
The Wild
I
Trees
see-
household is not looking for your specific skills. We hope for the best. I'm gonna drop you off at 11th Street.
okay, so as soon as I go through this blue portal, I need you to put a blue portal there. Okay,
Wait, where? You do it again?
right there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so
Ah,
okay, no. Oh, wait, I have a gun. I
Nice.
have a gun.
you got it.
How do I aim it?
Don't any penalty. No! Yeah, cats, man. Although Percy, I like Percy. I don't care if you wouldn't. I would keep Percy around. He's a very funny.
Yeah, Percy's awesome.
Is he a cuddler, by the way, or no? Percy.
Yeah, he is to an extent.
He's like, I'm done. No more.
Yeah, well, he really loves sleeping by Andrew. But my mom's cat that I have, Honey Pie, she is much more cuddlesome with me
Mhm.
than Percy is with Andrew. Just their personalities.
Okay, let's see. How do I get you here?
You know, one thing I find confusing about Bigfoot is, I don't know, like on one hand, it seems very primitive. Okay, like take the example of the sagittal crest.
Mhm.
That is used to attach muscle to the top of the
If I make
head
these
that
tests
comes down
any
to the
easier,
jaw, and
they
it
wouldn't be
enables them
tests.
to eat tougher food, you know, which it's more wild, right? It's out getting animals to eat and whatnot. It looks primitive from every picture you see or depiction in the drawing and whatnot. And yet, on the other hand,
Searching.
they seem to be advanced.
Right. That's
And
why I'm trying to explain one unexplained with another one. It looks like you go to a primitive tribe and you're like, here's some AK-47s and here's a microwave, and here's some solar panels. You know.
yeah,
I don't know. You know, I understand it's hard. You shouldn't explain it unexplained with another unexplained. But if we're led to believe that aliens are real and Bigfoot is real, surely there must be some interaction between them. You know, if aliens are messing with humans, why wouldn't they mess with Bigfoot? I mean, Bigfoots are more interesting to me than you know, humans, or at least as interesting. I don't know.
yeah,
But yeah, there is that dichotomy. There is that contrast where like this is a primitive. So look, it looks like a primitive animal that you would see in the forest eating leaves and bugs. At the
yes,
same time, it's doing all these crazy things, like going through a portal or turning into a ball of light, which looks like
yeah,
magic, or another way of thinking about it, like high technology that's beyond our understanding.
Did you know the
yeah,
reassembly
right.
machine
And
has
and
other
then
things it
you
could be
know when you
reassembling?
see people talk about the teepees or whatever they're called
Yeah,
that they build, you know, that's like not very advanced, right? I
yeah.
mean, it is for an animal, right? Obviously, but still, it's not advanced. Um, I don't know, and it seems like just everything that is described about them, it's very primitive.
Well,
Not,
I also gotta say, I think there's. I always use this example, but like, I think the phenomenon of Bigfoot has multiple different explanations. Just like, I give the example, like, let's say you don't know anything about biology or animals, and let's say
And
that,
one also there on
let's
that
say you
panel.
see a dolphin for the first time from far away, and you're like, oh my god, look at this creature, and you describe it to people, and then you go back 2 weeks later and you see a shark, and you're like, oh, it's the same thing, you know. But
oh,
now, but
yeah,
now it's acting differently. You're confused. You're like, why was it, you know? Because so they look exactly the same. There is a phenomenon of large animals that live in the ocean that have a body plan that looks like that. But there's
yeah,
multiple explanations. One of them is a mammal. One of them is a fish. So with Bigfoot and UFOs and a lot of paranormal, I'm like, I think one of the reasons why it's confusing is because there's multiple explanations. So I really do think some Bigfoot out there, some populations probably are just primitive animals. They probably
uh,
are just flesh and blood animals, and they probably can't do any weird stuff. But there's some that probably can. It's like, you know, they're probably different in some way.
yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
need you to stand on this button for me. Okay? Yep. So just stay on the button so that I can figure out the way. Uh, where's that? Let's see. Oh,
Ah,
sorry.
yeah, I don't know. The Bigfoot
Yay.
thing is weird. But you know,
Blue is back.
I keep going back to this
Testing can
question where it's
continue.
like it's deeper question about paranormal stuff. But let's just talk about Bigfoot. The deeper question is like why? Like so what? You know, that's basically the question. Like okay, yeah, Bigfoot is mysterious. People, everybody wants to know where did they come from? What are they truly? What is their true nature? Why do they do these things? Everybody wants to know that, right? Everybody wants to get proof. But then the deeper question to me is like, why? Why do you know? What's the deeper implication of this thing? You know, like, okay, so we prove Bigfoot is real. Let's say we do that. We have a body. We prove it's real. So then what? Then what happens then? You know, what are the deeper things? Yeah, are we trying to live with it peacefully? And like I said, obviously, it seems like it doesn't want to be discovered, and I can understand why it doesn't want to be discovered because it's afraid of being exploited by humans. Because humans exploit not all humans, but a lot of humans as a whole exploit animals. So I don't know. Like that's the big question for me. Is like why? Like what are the deeper implications of Bigfoot being real? What should we do with that information? Because like I said, on a surface level, everybody's like, I just want a picture, I want a video, I want a body. You know, I want to know where it
Yeah.
comes from. I want to know why it does this, and that's cool. That's great. But I'm like deeper than that. You know, what are the deeper implications here? And that's what I've been trying to wrap my head around more. I think it's an evolution of these. I think it's an evolution of processing paranormal topics. I think, you know, and you know, I think it's a phase because I went through the early phases. Well, at first there's denial. When you look at paranormal stuff, there's a high level of denial. There's a level of then you pass on to fear. Then you pass on to excitement. And I think I'm in one of the later stages where it's like, what are the deeper implications?
Right.
What does
Yeah.
it mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe I'll loop back around to the other categories.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, I need you to put a portal there and a portal there.
They say that you know, go back and forth between stages.
Yeah.
Okay, and then stand on that button
Um,
and just do
I
it.
don't know. I think partly what drives it is, you know, it's been a story. It's around forever. You know, however long time that nobody's ever gotten real proof of. Therefore, it's that elusivity, you know, of like the same thing of why do we want to go to Mars? Well, like bragging rights, or right, like you guys said,
Mhm.
or just to say like it has been done. But then it's also connected with just the general desire to know, and because it's such an unusual organism, right? Like just think as a biologist, you want to go out in nature and discover things and discover everything in the world, all the different species. Well, this particular species is just crazy, right? It's
Yep.
because we just don't know so much about it, and there's all these stories out there about this and that and other dimensions. So I think that's like the top prize, you know, to
Okay,
figure it
so
out.
use the cube to and put the cube on that button. Okay.
Well, my biggest reason to
Yep.
prove these things are real is to rub it in the faces of everybody doesn't think it's real.
Who doesn't think? Yeah, there
Uh,
you go.
That would be
Yeah.
so satisfying. I'll be like in your face, and they'll all be all quiet. They won't know what to say. Their eyes will be downcast. I'll be like, ha ha.
And even if you prove it,
yep.
there's
So
still be
go through
people out
there.
there who won't believe it.
It's true. That's true.
Just
Well,
because you've got the internet that's ruined the world because you know everybody's got their own opinion and they can go out and find
I am
another
sure if
other
I had
group
the
of
time
people
to
who
repair
believe the
these
exact same
tests,
thing,
you would have never
and so they
completed
stick
them.
together,
So again,
and no matter what the facts
congratulations
are,
on
it
completing
doesn't
the
matter
broken,
because they
easy
reinforce each other with
tests.
what they believe.
yeah, the echo chamber.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. You said there's no proof out there. What do you think of the Patterson Gimlin film? Do you think it's real or not?
Well, I thought, what's the deal? Because I don't know as much about this stuff as you guys.
Um.
But, sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
I am
So,
going to risk having you go
sorry to
outside the
interrupt,
official courses
but
one more time. The humans accidentally forgot to put a security DVD in the player. I am sure it happened by accident. But why don't you put it back in the player? For safety.
okay. So, sorry to interrupt, but I feel like how you were talking about, like once people finally land on Mars, and like eventually, like there'll just be so many people, like there'll be millions of people on Mars, and eventually, like those people who are saying that that's not real would just um have to give up.
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess at some level there could be people who would still be say that, no matter what evidence is put in front of them. just like flat earthers, right? I mean, the earth is round, a sphere. But yet, no matter what evidence gets put forth, they still don't believe it.
Well, I also think it's a matter of time because look, I do see. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I do think there's going to be a time. It could be thousands of years or hundreds of years, but I think there'll be a time where all the things we think of as paranormal will be very commonplace.
Right, yeah.
And but I do think,
Explain.
but it'll be replaced by there'll be a new paranormal, something
Yeah,
even weirder.
yes.
So, but so
I
that means
agree.
there will always be a paranormal. It's just it'll change what we consider to be paranormal because it
Yeah,
already
'cause
has.
look
It already has
yeah,
changed.
look what it used to be. You know, the way people would explain things
Even
and
weather. I mean, weather was thunder
yeah,
was paranormal. You know?
yeah.
Oh, and like the B2.
A B-2 bomber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since like it wasn't the normal shape.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so, but see, the thing with the paranormal that's happening now, it does seem to indicate, it does seem to have implications because, well, part of the paranormal stuff, it seems to indicate that there are energy sources out there that are very powerful, and there are potentially less polluted, less will cause less pollution. I mean, if you look at a UFO, it's not running on gasoline. You know,
Yeah.
it's done something. So that, but
Okay, so
we're
with
not
that,
we're not responsible enough though to have that kind. That's a problem with these energy sources. Is like I see an energy
I mean
source.
the ball.
There's an energy source that can power like the whole world, you know, and it fits in the palm of your hand. Okay, that's great. But at the same time, as a species, we're not evolved enough. Somebody would weaponize that immediately.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing is like and you hear these themes from UFO contactees. They're like, yeah, the UFOs are like, we're not spiritually advanced enough. We need to get there first. We can't skip ahead. You know, in order to get these technologies, we need to develop ethically better, spiritually. Put a a woo woo term on it, but ethically, basically, our ethics
Yeah,
need to evolve significantly before we could get any of these toys.
because
I don't
basically,
go
like
ahead.
basically, like every like everyone has to like basically all be focused on the same goal as one country, like for for us to be able to be trusted with like mass energy sources.
So yeah, we need to be more collective, and some countries are very collective. Like Japan is a more collective country. You know, they
Yeah,
take more as a group, but America is incredibly individualistic.
Well, and that's because of how we're made up, right? We're a melting pot. Whereas most other countries in the world, they're all the same descent, the same, beliefs historically. It's
oh,
always been
wait,
um, more
Algiers,
homogeneic or
I
homogenous.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, Algiers, this button has already been used. All it did was just turn on this. So this doesn't do anything now.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know.
And it just seems like I can't fathom us getting to the point in the future what you're describing that we need to get to. Because
Yeah,
eventually,
I don't see it in the foreseeable future. Not in my lifetime. I'm
yeah,
certainly
like
not.
I mean, I feel like we're going backwards. We're becoming more individualistic than we were 50 years ago.
Mhm.
Okay, put
Well,
a
And
portal here,
I blame that. You first you had
and
before
then
radio,
put a portal there.
communities were much more tightly knit. And then radio came, and so everybody would start going in their house
Mm.
to listen to radio programs. But you'd still, you still were close to the community. People would still sit out on the porch and wave to their neighbors and know what's going on. And then the TV came, and that really started to drive people in. But you
So,
still had some semblance of community. But
but
then you got, like cable
yeah.
TV, which drove people in more. You got VCRs. Then you get the computer, you get internet. I mean, now you go through the neighborhood, you never even see anybody out. Everybody's inside. They got everything they need inside the house. There's no need to go and talk to your neighbors because you're too busy doing the stuff inside the house. There's no reason to leave.
Right. Well, I wonder if this has to do because I was wondering about school shootings, and I was like, what is causing these damn school shootings? Like we've had guns in this country. It's from the day it was founded. Well, maybe not the day. Yeah, maybe the day it was founded. Did Christopher Columbus have? I don't know. We've had guns in this country for a very long time, but these mass
mean-
shootings.
Yeah.
What's causing these mass shootings?
Okay, do you count cannons as a gun?
Yeah, you could, yeah.
I mean, they're basically just big guns.
Because you could have done
It's like-
back in the day, you could have done a mass shooting with a cannon. You could have just loaded your cannon in your buggy,
Yeah.
aimed it at a church or aimed it at a school, even, and just go buck wild.
Yeah.
But people didn't do that. Not that I know of.
And that's what I think, people are being driven to be so much more individualistic and selfish
Yeah.
because, the internet, because of all those things, that you're not involved, you're not invested in your community. You don't care about people,
Right.
And so it makes it easier to go and do something like that. Now, obviously, I think there's a lot of other things that go into it, like stress, a person's mental health, things that are going to trigger somebody to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's complicated.
Well, the other thing
Okay.
I was going to ask is like, okay, these UFOs, they have the technology. How did they get to the point? How did they get to the point where they can handle it? Is it is it in their nature, or is it not in their nature? Do they have to go through some steps? That's what I want to know. How did they get to that point? Because apparently, if you hear the contactees, these aliens, or some of them, are at the point where they can use the technology wisely. I don't know, but then again, they are abducting us. Is that a wise use of technology? Is that an ethical use of technology?
Right,
Abducting
yeah.
people beyond.
So-
Where's their ethics there?
Okay, so
Yeah.
go over here. Okay, and then put a portal there. And a portal there.
Where? Up there?
Yeah. And then just right there.
If there are aliens here, that come and investigate the Earth, how many different types have been here?
Yeah, I've heard it's a lot. I heard it's currently a lot from reports. It's not just one. That makes sense because you hear varied reports. The other thing is, look, dude, I totally don't believe. I'm sorry, I don't believe anything an extraterrestrial tells us because, like I
Okay,
said,
comfortable.
like the thing I said about camouflage. How I tell people that I'm
Yeah.
poor and
I think we
unhappy.
can over now.
It's very disadvantaged. It's a huge biological evolutionary disadvantage to tell another potentially threatful species the truth.
Yeah.
Like animals, they don't tell the truth about how they look. That's what camouflage is. When an animal
Yeah.
is blending in with the bark or with the leaves or the trees, that they're being dishonest. They're lying to you because it's advantageous to be dishonest.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
don't. These things, I'm like, why would they tell us the truth? It would be such a disadvantage for them to do it.
Unless they consider us so beneath them and so primitive that it wouldn't matter if
I
they
feel
were
like,
truthful.
yeah, I feel like some extraterrestrials, if they're like pure energy beings and they're like millennia older, yeah, those probably. But I bet you
Yeah.
there's a gradient. I bet you there's some aliens
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
that are not at that level, which could potentially see us as a threat because we do have nuclear weapons and we are aggressive, and there are a lot of us.
Yeah.
And like I said, and there's no limit to our depravity.
Right.
So that makes
Yeah.
us dangerous, I think. But I don't know, yeah.
I don't know what it would take for us as a world to make that leap to care enough about each other. I feel like some event would have to happen to cause
Yeah, an event would be good. A large
Yeah.
event. And it wouldn't be 100%, but it would get us maybe to the majority, maybe 60%.
yeah.
Better than where we are now.
Yeah.
Like a mass UFO sighting. People keep talking about this. Well, I've said it too. I'm like, look, the UFOs, if they wanted to, they could disclose right away. I'm sure they have the technology to just become apparent all over all the major cities in the world, all at once. And
Yeah, but
then what would we do? We'd
if
be
if
like,
that happened, there would be denial, and people would say, well, that's some, Hollywood thing or some government thing. It's not really an alien. What
You
would
can
it
shoot
take to
portals through.
prove to people that it is truly alien?
And
Right,
well,
because like Andrew says, like the B-2 bomber, like to see it, it's like almost alien itself to see. And it's like a government thing, right? But at the same time, it looks like an alien ship up in the sky. So if you saw a real one, what would stop you from saying, oh, that's just some government ship?
right.
okay, so
I mean, there's going to be a certain proportion of the society that will believe it, but I think you're still going to have some that won't.
What worries me is that the potential that we can get there, we can get to this place where we're
okay, follow
ethical,
me.
but it's going to require a mass extinction.
Yeah,
That's what sucks.
yeah,
It's like, look, yeah, we're going to have to go through basically an apocalypse,
yes,
real
it'll
life
be
apocalypse.
post-apocalyptic, and those stories are never good. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay. Uh. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the other video I wanted to do. Yeah, so I want to do. I should write these down so I don't forget. So I want to do a video just called plastics, one called human aggression, one called stickiness, and the other one called mass extinctions. I want to do a video about all the mass extinctions we've had,
yeah.
and I just want to tell people like, look, we're not out of the woods. We could have a mass
Well, they
extinction.
say we're in the sixth mass extinction. We've already
Yeah.
begun.
Well, I guess more specifically, what I mean is that we could be extinct. Our species could become extinct.
Yeah,
We could be part of the mass extinction. We'll be one of
Yeah.
those species. And people don't think that. I think that's the last thing on anybody's mind is that, oh yeah, we're all gonna die. There's gonna be no more
Yeah.
humans. The reign of humans is over. No, nobody thinks that. But
that's
happened.
hard to imagine, right?
It's happened, but it's happened so many times. We've had so many
Yeah.
mass exchanges. Like, it seems crazier to me that it wouldn't happen to us than that
Right.
it would happen to us.
Yeah.
Just because of the track. It's like I said, I always forget how many mass extinctions there are. I think there might be 7. There's more than 5 at least.
Oh, really? I thought we're in the sixth.
Yeah, I don't. So like I said, I don't know how many there are, but the joke is like, look, one time it's an accident, twice it's a coincidence, more than 6 times, I think we have a pattern of mass extinction. That
Yeah.
we might have one
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yes.
A portal
I think
there,
there's,
and then the other one
the
there.
ego and arrogance of humans to not
Wait, no, blue
think
one
that,
there
think that
and
we can't go
purple
extinct.
one there. Yep, and then blue one there. Move your blue one a little bit to the right.
And like case in point, thinking about people living out in areas where we're running out of water, and yet, like that would freak me out. It's a basic need for living, and yet people just go about their business, and they keep living there.
Never,
And to me, that's like thinking that, like you're just gonna persevere no matter what. It'll be taken care of. Nothing bad can really happen.
that
It's
reminds
like
me of.
extinction,
It also reminds me of homeostasis, like this tendency for natural systems to want to find a balance. And to me, it's like if we keep pushing it as a species,
Yeah.
we keep using resources, we keep polluting the environment. I'm not saying this is going to happen by design. It's not intelligent, but a
Right.
homeostasis will want to be reached. So, what might get us to a homeostasis? A mass extinction of humans, basically.
Yeah.
That's what would get the
Yeah.
planet back, and that might be what happens. It could be through a disease. It could be through a worldwide pandemic, a bigger, deadlier pandemic.
Yeah.
It could be through, incredible weather, famine, pestilence,
War.
whatever.
Well,
Fire.
we're gonna get that. We're heading towards it now with the climate change.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the oceanic conveyor belt shutting down?
Right.
Those are slowing down, and when those stall, oh my goodness, we're in for big hurt time. Like the weather will be affected, the fishing will collapse in the oceans.
Have you heard about the poles shifting?
Yeah,
That's been on my radar too, and
it
you,
moves every year, and right, and so it seems like once it reaches the tipping point, they'll just bam shift, right?
so what are the
Okay,
consequences
put
of this
purple one there.
polar? I mean, the pole shifting. What is the consequence of
Um,
Oh, well, for one thing, on big difference is on your compass.
that?
yes.
The whole
Um,
compass will be flipped.
All the maps would have to be redrawn.
Like
So,
basically everything that relies on the poles for being correct will have to be redone completely.
it'll be hot for Christmas, like it's in Australia. It's always summertime there.
okay.
No, I don't know. Let's see here. I'm looking it up because it hasn't. They've switched in the past. I thought.
I don't know for sure, but that sounds. Yeah, I think I might have.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know
every
for
like
hearsay or what.
I saw this YouTube short saying how
Okay,
like
Andrew, let me just interject. You come to me and you tell me, oh, this, and I'm like, let me guess. You saw it on YouTube. You come up with some of the goofiest things, and you're like, I saw it in a video. Like it's real. It's fact.
I know.
But go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
Well, I just saw this YouTube short talking about what we're talking about, Candy.
Okay, what did they say?
They're like every a bunch of years, big numbers. The poles of the Earth will flip.
Yeah. Okay. It says here the magnetic poles can and do undergo complete reversals, most recently around 780,000 years ago. So it's because the field starts to weaken um, and then it starts shifting, right? Because it's weakening, and then it does a complete flip. And so it makes when that happens, it makes the Earth more vulnerable to the effects of solar radiation,
Oh,
which disrupt power lines, telecommunications, everything we depend on,
life has been
right, for the
modern life.
world to function.
Okay, put your blue portal there.
But you could also get floods, tectonic events, relatively rapid climate changes,
And then purple one there.
more bad stuff.
Right. That could be the homeostasis events.
Yeah, exactly. It says here, question is, can humans survive a magnetic reversal? It says, but while humans might survive, a magnetic reversal could cause the end of civilization as we know it by damaging modern technology. And to deal with extra radiation, we would have to redesign low orbit satellites and the surface infrastructure. Oh, okay. We can't even manage bridges in our country. And we're going to redo infrastructure. Right. But like you say, it's something that we would have to come together. It's like with World War II, right? Everybody came together and worked together for this purpose,
Right.
and it's because of that cause.
Let's see.
Yeah. If I had to predict it, I don't think it would be in this huge thing that's going to happen. It's probably not going to be in my lifetime or Andrew's lifetime. But once I started thinking about grandchildren, their lifetimes, I'm like, I'm a little worried about their
Yeah,
life.
well, I'm worried about. Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about in my lifetime how bad it's gonna get, and I never used to.
Well, part of me looks around sometimes, and I'm like, these are the last good days.
Yeah.
I'm living in this is great. These are good days. We don't realize until they're gone. But these are
Yeah.
maybe the last few good ones we can have.
Ah.
It's not sustainable.
I
That's,
wrote a two-line poem years ago when I found out about pole reversal.
Mhm.
And the only part I can remember is saying that the Iditarod would now be run in Hyderabad. Hyderabad.
Right.
That's in India
Ah, gotcha.
because the poles would shift. So,
Yeah, it's funny because I did an interview with Fred Roll from Alaska, and he said the Iditarod is having to start at a different location because the weather is changing.
wow, that's
Yeah,
nuts.
I was like, at first I thought he said it started at a different time. He's like, no, they just started at a different location because the weather is changing. It's like sometimes they'll have ceremonial beginning where it's supposed to start, where it traditionally started, and they'll bust in snow just to make it to the just for the pictures. But then to make it
Wow.
logically work out, they'll have to do it in another city. They'll have to start in another city. So yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so I figured out. Oh, wait, turn that back on. Okay. I had to watch the YouTube tutorial
Oh.
to figure out what we could possibly do. Um. Okay, so here's what. Wait. Okay, so. Okay, so put a portal there and then the. Yep. Okay. Put that more straight.
I like it
Actually,
gay. I like it the way it is right now.
yeah. Okay, so. Um,
Another thing that would be affected are migratory animals.
Yeah. I think a lot
oh
of
yeah.
birds use magnetic fields to navigate.
Yeah.
Their little
Yeah.
brains.
Okay,
Little
so
bird brains.
Yeah.
stand right where I
The
am.
little dinosaur brains. Ah.
Okay. Okay, we gotta. No, okay, wait. The portals have to be there again. We're gonna do mass and velocity. Basically, we're gonna do basic physics class again. Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
you went in university or something. Oh no. Okay, so put a portal there. On that, yeah. And then down here, put the other portal down. Okay, and then just are you standing straight above it?
Mhm.
Okay, and then if I can get let's see. Okay.
Just
We
stop
did go back.
flailing around like an incompetent.
Okay, that took us like 20 minutes, but
Yes,
we did it.
I see you.
Cool. Well, I think we'll probably end it here.
Okay.
What was I gonna ask you? Is he gonna save our progress for
Yeah.
later, or do we just have to memorize the level we're at?
In
But
just a
it'll-
moment, the word blah will be repeated over and over again. If at some point you hear a number rather than the word blah, ignore it. It is not important.
Today's security
Blah,
code is
blah, blah,
533
blah, blah,
41
blah,
18.
okay, we probably should have written that down. But yeah, so like it'll show like next time we play, like it'll show how many like what level. Oh,
Thank
okay,
you for completing
so
the testing courses. If you enjoyed your experience, you may now re-enter the testing course of your choice.
okay, so next time we play, we'll do number 4, which I haven't fully completed.
Cool. And how many are there? 6 total?
Well, that looks like 5, but I think. Hold up, let's just check here real quick. Just stand on that button.
How do I get over there?
Portal's behind, yeah. just that button. So I think it might be 6. I don't know. These are like bonus ones.
Okay, so there's some bonuses.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But I think there's like 6.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Andrew, for playing. Mindy, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yep, it was fun. Good chit chat.
3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good clips here. For this one, I might want to have to go through and make like little timestamps for all the different topics we covered. Because
Yeah.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna tell YouTube they can figure it out. I'm just gonna like select the file and be like, okay, you can just do the rest. I don't care how horrible my internet is, just upload this.
cool. All right, guys. Well, have a good morning. I guess. Thank you for
Yeah,
watching.
yep.
Thank you everybody for watching in the future. And yeah, thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Mindy. I'll talk to you.